Yo, let's do it. Let's go. Are you ready? It's Mr. Young.
And it's for in the build. Still somehow surviving with this crappy Wi-Fi and screen. Apologies once again, guys. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, it's good to see everybody. It's Tuesday afternoon. Y'all know what it means. Edison, what's up? Div, good to see you as always. Daniel, the Shadow. Yes, we are kicking guts.
Welcome back.
Talking wrestling. How's everybody doing, by the way? Good. I hope, the weekend, the official start to the year is here, bro. Like, the first month of the year, especially with all the holidays, New Year's, then Christmas, all this, everyone in like relaxed mood, right? But now no more holidays until April, bro.
Bro, this is the calm before the storm. It's not just in our daily lives, bro. It's also in wrestling, bro. Because we had the high of the Royal Rumble. Now it's a bit of a calm down. But we're officially starting the road. So it's a pretty eventful next couple of weeks, bro.
Wait, hold on. Div Royalty just said in the chat, foreign has books? Hang on, Div. What?
Come on.
What? Oh, the shade, bro. Okay, I'll let you handle this one. The shade, bro. The shade.
Bro, you want to see how abang am? Okay. See, I don't know whether this is what I'm reading now, bro.
What is that?
I'm just gonna. Can you read the title?
Oh my!
I'll read it for you.
I read Traditionalism and the Ascendancy of the Malay Ruling Class in Colonial Malaya. Oh Lord, what is this?
Oh Lord,
history, bro.
Come on, I gotta respect the foreign intellect. How am I gonna write my raps if I don't know my general knowledge, bro? Come on.
Foreign intellect. Respect foreign's intellect, people. That is the phrase of today. Not acknowledge me. Respect my intellect.
Bro, you know what? I feel like the genius, bro. R.I.P.
Lenny Poffo, was it? Or was it another
Yes, Lenny Poffo.
Lenny Poffo. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just picturing you with a motorboard and everything. Bro, that's your gimmick, bro. You wear the motorboard, you hold a book, wear your basketball jersey. That's it, bro. That's how you do the podcast from now on.
Bro, graduating once is good enough, bro. I don't know. I don't want to go through any more of this stuff. Oh, man, it's terrible. But yeah, R.I.P. to Lenny Poffo, the younger brother of the late Randy Savage, so also have passed away. But that's just a small news tidbit in the whole worldwide wrestling news cycle, right? There's so many things going on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. And thankfully, in a way, it hasn't been too crazy. The product has spoken for itself on all sides, actually, on both WWE and AEW. What is... I hear sirens.
God. Bro, it's Scott Steiner, bro, in Bedok.
Holla! If you hear me!
Oh my God. This is what happens when you live in a wretched part of the neighborhood, bro. You never know what's going to happen, bro.
Oh, yeah, I got construction going on outside. You got sirens going off. My God. Bro, we need a proper studio at some point, man.
Bro, that is why it's more important than ever, guys. Please consider subscribing to our Patreon and supporting us wherever you can, whatever amount, because that will help us not only scale up the business, but also give you more awesome content and so we can do this side hustle for the rest of our lives. So we can talk about wrestling for the rest of our lives, bro.
Exactly. I want to give a shout out to Rishi and Saleh, who has since joined our Patreon since last week. Thank you so much for jumping on board. We really, really appreciate the support. And as always, the Patreon link is in the description below. Jump on there, check out the perks, and support however you can.
Yeah, man. One of the perks as well is Mr. Young's awesome TikTok content that you've been putting out for Kick to the Gut, yeah?
I don't know how awesome it is. We're just messing around there. I'm just trying new things. You know how all the kids, all the Gen Zs are on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I need to get on that shit soon, bro. For work, right, bro? Suddenly, just because I'm the youngest guy in the room, they look at me, they say, bro, I want you to launch a TikTok channel for our company as well. Then I'm like, okay. I guess I have to learn TikTok then, bro. I can't escape it now anymore.
Bro, when the kick to the property, kick to the...
Bro, kick down your door.
Kick down your door! Yes! Kick down your door podcast when?
Oh my God, bro. We figure out this scalable business on our Kick to the Gut, and then we'll figure out how to spread the word after the fact, yeah, bro?
I'm telling you, we need to expand, bro. Like, you know how Vince McMahon expanding the WWE, then XFL, he got bodybuilding as well. We need to expand. Kick to the multiverse, kick to the head. All kinds of kicking going on, man. That's our brand.
Bro, is kick to the head some sort of violent, like power slap level type of entertainment that we're doing or what?
No lah, bro. Kick to the head is a metaphorical kick to the head. Like wake up your idea, sort of a lifestyle, bro. We give advice on life. That's
motivational talks, Mr. Young.
I think so, bro. I think we can do it, man. Look at us. Look at that. We're a bunch of nerds. Like Div say, I got the Pop Funko stuff at the back. You got the books at the back. You know, we love pro wrestling, and somehow we made it, bro. Like, just forget about all the nerdy things that we do and what we may think of ourselves. In a way, right? With all these things, we've made it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, if people want to learn about life lessons, they can definitely look to you, Mr. Young. You know,
Wow.
Whether it's for you, whether it's for me as a millennial, there's so many things we can share, and I think that's the whole point of having a community, right?
Absolutely. Well, not just look to us, but we can share our experiences. I like to think about it like that because, you know, honestly, I truly believe there's not one way to live a life, right? There might be some, you know, tips and tricks we can share along the way, but that's a great thing about having a community like that. So if you haven't joined the Discord, bringing back to the community, come join the Discord. Yes, we talk a lot of wrestling, but we talk about other stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the one thing I really like about the Discord channel is that it feels like a comfort food for us, you know, like a comfortable space. Like it's nice, like when you go through your day, you got all the things that you're settling. That's how you can check out the Discord and like suddenly Edison sends some weird ass meme. You know, like, and then like you make me chuckle, you know, the last of the ooze. Last of ooze. And I'm like, okay, I like that. You know, that cheers you out. So I kind of like being in that community because of that.
And the great thing is everyone can have a differing opinion. I mean, you know, God forbid I have a thought about the Young Bucks, but everyone can have a differing opinion, but we can all get together and shoot the shit and just have fun. That's what I love about the Discord, the community, and whenever we get together. And then we disturb each other about, you know, our likes and our dislikes and stuff like that, right? Edison says, kick to the banger bros.
That one is what kind of adult entertainment offshoot or what's going on over there?
That one a very specific kink, like you know, you know those fellas who like the what do you call that? They like kana slap one.
Oh, the BDSM.
BDSM, 50 Shades. Kick to the 50 Shades. That's our other OnlyFans podcast that you have to pay. That you have to pay a premium amount for.
Oh my god! So we are still on this idea of OnlyFans for Mr. Young and for it or what?
Yeah, where we basically rate fans. Every episode we rate a fan. So, okay, this fan from Toyogo, this fan from Hitachi, we rate.
Okay, Ken. And my favorite, big ass fans.
Big ass fans! I love big ass fans, man. Every time I go, I see the big ass fans, I get happy, bro.
You get a rise out of your day, bro.
Yeah, I love it when the big ass fans blow me, man.
Okay. I think we need to get the preamble out of the way because I think the listeners are here to hear us talk about wrestling.
Hey!
Yes.
See, we despite what we love, which is wrestling, can talk about other things also. We are not one-dimensional. As we found out today, I got the nerdy stuff, Foreign's got the knowledge with the books and everything. See, we are multifaceted people.
Bro, can I ask you one thing before we dive into like this week's wrestling content?
Sure.
Bro, V-Day is coming up, bro. Is this? It's not exactly this weekend. It's next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
But can I just check with you? Do you have plans with your wifey for this weekend, bro?
Well, considering that we are going to Bali, 1 week after that, I will be, so we'll have to take a break or we'll have to record one of the podcasts, but I am going to Bali, so we'll probably celebrate in Bali, because a bit no point, right? And you know, the thing is, before you go on holiday, you actually get busier because you have to settle everything, make sure everything is okay before you leave for a week, right?
That's true. Yeah, so you're saying that this weekend is going to be like a pre-chill one, and then you actually have the proper celebration on V-Day, is it?
Well, here's the thing though, like I feel like we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day anyway because, I mean, cliche lah, it's a very commercialized day. Like, you know, you want to celebrate your relationship, celebrate it anytime you want.
How is it for you as like a married couple? Like, are you guys very chill about it? Like, you're like, V-Day just another day. But,
I mean, okay, we can be chill about it, yes, but obviously once in a while, it's nice that one party puts in effort. And here's the thing, different people show love differently. We've heard of the love languages. Do you know what the love languages are, Foreign?
Of course, bro. My one is clearly physical touch, baby. Physical touch.
Why you touch it? Bro, why you touch yourself, bro? That one's OnlyFans content. If you want to see more of Foreign's physical touch, please subscribe to our OnlyFans. Thank you very much.
Bro, that's called self-love, man. Before you can love other people, you must learn to love yourself. Come on, guys.
Self-love, excuse you.
Yes, of course.
We're talking about... Okay, well, there you go.
Okay,
more OnlyFans content right there. For me, it's actually, interestingly enough, what do you think mine is? Guess.
Oh, bro, it should be... Is it quality time?
No, it is not. actually.
Ooh, acts of service.
No, that is my wife, by the way. My wife is acts of service.
Okay, cool. Well, wait, did I cover all three? There's two more.
No,
Let
yeah,
me
there's
think.
4 in total, right? So you have physical touch, acts of service, quality time. By the way, guys,
Oh,
these are the love languages. Yes.
the last one,
Mm.
words of affirmation.
There you go.
Ah,
All Mr. Young wants is a thank you. That's all I want,
oh.
bro. That's all I want.
So you basically are the tribal chief lah, bro. You just want somebody to acknowledge you.
Yes, acknowledge me.
Okay. Guys, every day before the start of the podcast, everyone please give your compliments and pay your respects to Mr. Young
Hey,
before we
I'm
start the
kidding.
show.
Pay your respects. Excuse me, like I died like that.
You like Akong,
Walao.
man. The Akong
Worship
of
at the
the-
altar or some shit like that. Hey, toy.
No.
Okay,
no.
but
Yeah.
I guess our point is that in any relationship, see, I'm telling you, this is the birth of our relationship podcast. Kick to the head, or maybe kick to the heart. But in any relationship, it is very important to understand your partner's love language because your love language might be different from your partner's.
Your
For example,
partner's.
my wife acts of service, so I can tell her how much I love her, how beautiful she is. No use. I need to do small things every single day, every single weekend. Show that I love her. That's how she responds, right? Whereas
Got it.
for me, all I need is for her to say, "Oh, you handsome. Oh, you so nice."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Bro, same man. My partner is acts of service, man. If because technically, like Tuesdays, usually I would spend time with her because she works from home that day. So if you notice, last week my background was different because I was actually doing a podcast from her house. So I was telling her, hey, today I cannot go to your house because I want to wait for my MacBook to come. You know what I mean? Because I'm supposed to get a new MacBook. Oh, and then she very sad, She very sad, like, oh, you don't want to come to me, Oh, then what are you gonna do about it? Then I'm like, okay, can. Bro, I order for her Mac breakfast, get her some nice hot cakes,
I
make
thought
sure
you-
she's all fat.
I thought you were going to say you order for her MacBook. I heard Mac. I was like, what? You get a new MacBook, she gets a new MacBook. What? Shook only, no?
Everybody gets a new MacBook.
The Shadow thought we were naming finishers. Oh, that's actually hilarious.
What do you call it? What do you mean? What kind of finisher talking about?
Acts of service, the name of a finisher. Physical touch.
Oh my!
Actually,
Actually, that's dope, bro. Is that a
could
new
be-
gimmick?
There's one of those 80s cheesy gimmicks where that he's like a love expert and then his finishers all like, one of the names of the... Jason actually says there are 5 love languages. You guys forgot gift giving.
Isn't so that's not acts of service? Giving?
No, acts
Giving?
of service is actually doing things for people, making breakfast for somebody. Not just buying things,
Gifts. Like
Gifts.
getting them gifts.
Yeah. So that one called Gold Digger. Oh shit.
I pity the fool who has acts of gifting as your love language.
These are jokes, people. Okay, I don't think that's what it actually means, but it sounds quite
Yeah.
appropriate, does it not?
Okay. Let's just tie it back to the whole point of me asking, what's your V-Day plans, bro? Because I realized, if you got no V-Day plans, you got no girl, you got no guy, you're cool, or if you got a girl or got a guy, you're thinking of bringing them out to a date. Why not watch some wrestling, bro? This weekend for them instead. What do you guys think about that?
I love it. I love the segue. Actually, Edison mentioned, bring them home to watch WWE Network. If they don't like, we can't be together. Ooh, okay. That's a bit steep of a bar. You just kind of got to ease them in. But you know what? Take them to watch live wrestling. Live wrestling. If anything,
Yes.
it will catch the attention because it's right there in front of their face. You know what I'm saying? And this weekend, GrappleMax and MYPW, they're doing a crossover Causeway Jam.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be amazing. So it's not gonna just be happening in Singapore. They're gonna have one leg here in Singapore this weekend on Saturday, and I think should be the week after they're gonna do a show in Johor Bahru. So they're gonna do a show in JB as well across the Causeway. So it's a bit of a talent exchange going on, yeah.
Nice. So, okay, Foreign will represent Kick to the Gut. He will be there. If you see him there, please go and say hi to him. And, wait, yours is physical touch. Go and hug him.
I mean, we shall see. Like, if my girlfriend comes, then no, please don't hug me in front of her.
High five, your bro. There you go, fist bump.
Can.
Boom. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But okay, talking about Causeway Jam, in just a little while, we will be chatting with Showtime Inc. representative Prabu. We haven't had him on the show in a while. Actually, there's a very interesting stat in terms of Prabu being on the show, which we will reveal a little bit later on when we chat with him.
Yes, correct. So, please stay tuned for the interview that we have with Prabu. We pre-recorded it actually on Sunday. But once we clear off all the wrestling stuff that we want to talk about, then we'll transition over to Prabu. So, if you guys still thinking of getting tickets for Causeway Gen, I believe there are still some tickets you guys can get. So, please go check out GrappleMax's socials for all the information that you need.
That's right. This upcoming Saturday, and that's the one in Singapore. Sean says the next one is actually in KL, not in JB. So
in KL. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of a further drive, road trip, yeah? Or you can just take a plane there, you know.
Hey, will Sean Rick be there for KL as well, or are you just going to be on a Singapore leg, my brother?
I don't know, but I said Sean, not Sean Rick, by the way. Sean Pang.
Oh, Sean Pang.
Yeah.
One of our Showtime representatives is here also on the chat.
He obviously here to see what his buddy has to say about him and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to that in just a bit. Jason says, scissor me foreign equals physical touch. Bro, physical touch, bro.
Can just do it low-key, do under the table. Under the table scissoring is still okay.
That being said, okay, it's time to get into some pro wrestling stuff.
Yeah, man, for
That's
sure.
not OnlyFans content.
Where do you want to start, man? Because
okay.
Yeah, where do you
weirdly enough, I remember I told you during the entire December period, I kind of stopped paying attention to AEW.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, this past week I tried to watch. Last week, I tried to watch Dynamite. I tried to get back into it. I have to say, it's very easy to not watch and then come back and then be like, and just I wasn't impressed. I don't know what it is, right? I know that Brian Danielson and MJF are having a little bit of a thing. There wasn't much of an MJF presence, if I'm not mistaken, just one small segment, right?
Correct.
Almost blink and you miss, and I was like doing the dishes at the time, so I literally missed the MJF segment, and the rest of it was completely not memorable to me. You know, I'm a big fan of Chris Jericho. He needs to go. He needs to stop it. He needs to stop it, bro. Just stop it.
Oh dear God!
It's
Chris Jericho is your just stop it for this year. Early contender.
He's so campy right now. His stuff, I'm like, wow. I feel very cringe when I watch it. You know.
You know what he reminds me of now, bro?
What?
This is like early 60s Batman villain, like the Riddler. You know, like the camp on him. It's so bad. Bro, I agree with you. Honestly, Dynamite AEW hasn't been bringing it this year. The most memorable show that they had was just two shows, the LA Forum show, which I thought was great when Adam Cole returned, if you remember that show.
But
and
where's the follow-up on that? Where's the follow-up?
Yeah. The last couple of weeks, it's just been him shooting like backstage promos and like backstage packages. But he doesn't even have an opponent. There's nobody confronting him. So that kind of fell by the wayside in terms of the momentum.
And you know what the crazy thing is? I stopped watching for a month. I come back. Jade Cargill still the champion with no contenders inside.
Oh my God, 50-0, right? I mean, congratulations to her. But sure.
Yeah, 50 over a bunch of jobbers. That means absolutely nothing. Like, if you want to go and count dark matches and everything, I'm sure anybody can have a 50-0 record at this point, right? So I'm like, what is going on? And then there's oh my God, can we agree that the bloom is off the rose when it comes to a certain Paige, aka Saraya? Like, the stuff, what is she doing? Now, is she heel?
She's heel now. She's turned heel with Toni Storm.
Why is Toni Storm heel?
Okay, so apparently because the crowd reaction towards Britt Baker was so good during the match, like remember the Full Gear match? Saraya versus Britt Baker, and then she cut all this like super homegrown promo, and then the fans of course clearly gravitated towards Britt Baker. So I guess it was really a fly on the wall, like they switched on in a moment and made Saraya heel based on the fans' reaction. So I don't know whether this is actually a good thing or they should have stayed the path. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've said this before. As far as Saraya/Paige, I wasn't around when she first rose to prominence. So I mean, I see why, like visually, she has a very unique look. Her in-ring style. But in terms of promo, it's not doing it for me, man. It's not doing it for me.
Yeah. There was like this argument whether like they're gonna do like this whole homegrown versus outsiders kind of storyline, which is basically what they're trying to do is like Tony Storm and Saraya is like the Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. I don't know a better comparison for it. That's what they're trying to do.
Are they going to get Ruby Soho to join them and then have a whole like ex-WWE faction?
I mean, it will make interesting, like a logical sense in the sense that because all these are Ruby Soho is technically on Team AEW, right? Then what if she's like, fuck this shit? I joined. But you know what that means?
What?
They're just creating a new Riot Squad, right?
Yeah, lor. No, then okay. What happened to Hikaru Shida? Didn't she kind of tease a turn? And then like I said, I stopped watching for a month. Did they go anywhere with that?
It was just a tease lah. It just never led to anything lah. Like all teasers, it just stayed there. And then she's just like another figure, another person in the background. So again, to me, the women's division in AEW is very much broken. As much as how awesome Jamie Hayter is, she's still not the one that is highlighted in the show. She's not the number one girl. They never made her so like that. So it's a bit tough.
I mean, it is literally Jamie Hayter's time to shine, right? And instead of doing this thing with Saraya, blah, 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 I mean, wasn't the logical thing to have Britt turn on Jamie Hayter, Britt being the heat magnet that she is, and finally give Jamie Hayter that, standout win? She beats her mentor, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it is a bit of cock. It's like it's just all cock.
It's a bit of a cock. Okay, all right.
It's just a bit of a peacock. You know what I mean?
Then all right. So the main event on Dynamite was Darby Allin losing which title was it? The TNT.
TNT
title to Samoa Joe in a big old garbage match. I mean. Why
do you feel like why the hell are you hot potatoing the TNT title again?
Yeah.
This happened last year, remember?
I don't understand it. Like there was no point, and his reign was blink and you miss, right? So I
think from the time you took a break, that 1 month break, he just won the title, right?
Yeah. Did he do anything? Okay. Did he do anything with the title? That's the point, though. Like in between.
He did defend the title every single week, but against like mid-carders, like no-name kind of people. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Tovakin, what's up? Have y'all drank your haterade? I like that. Is that Jamie Hayter's new catchphrase?
Yeah. She loves making puns out of her hater nickname. So
right.
That's nice.
So now you have the TNT title back on Samoa Joe. Obviously, he's going to restart his feud with Wardlow. Right?
Yes. So Wardlow is back with a new haircut, new attitude. I don't know, but like we've done this before. Didn't we have an entire feud between Samoa Joe and Wardlow? So
did Wardlow get injured or something? That's why he had to leave, or what's the deal?
Yeah, according to sources,
okay.
Wardlow was off, for minor injury. But I think that's the reason why they took the title off him in the first place.
Oh, there was one match that I was groaning so bad at during Dynamite. Brian Cage, who did he fight? Brian Cage.
Is it Takeshita?
I think so. But Brian Cage is so bad. Like, really, he's so bad. He just cannot.
Why?
I know, he's just so bad. And what
I thought he's like this athletic heavyweight kind of
He's
vibe,
not like Takeshita, yes. Like, he's impressive. Brian Cage, no. He's a lumbering bodybuilder.
Oh, really? I mean...
I just remember watching the match going, wow, this is so bad. I think he like bungled a few moves as well. I can't remember. It was very non-memorable to me. Excuse me.
Yeah. Maybe he's always just a power guy and there's nothing more to him than that.
Well, when he had Taz to be his mouthpiece, at least he was interesting. Now he's just a jacked up dude.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you're jacked up doesn't mean you might have the personality to connect with the audience, make people care about you. So you know what? The longer that he's been out of the business, right, the more I'm actually appreciating Batista. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because Batista can easily be another Brian Cage, right?
Yeah. But he actually, I mean, he sat under the learning tree. You cannot discount the fact that he had Triple H, he had Ric Flair by his side. He's absorbing. Who the hell does Brian Cage have next to him?
I mean, Taz was decent, I guess.
Yeah. Right, but it's not Ric Flair and Triple H. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And again, just shout out to Batista, man, because his recent movie is actually pretty dope, man. It's
Yeah,
really,
man.
really good. The M. Night Shyamalan's movie. Do you know which I'm talking about?
The what in the cabin? Some sort of cabin show. was
Yeah,
it?
the knock at the cabin in the
Yeah.
woods or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a true actor. You know,
He's
like
an
age actor.
Artiste. Yes, artiste. Edge is the TV actor.
Yeah.
Batista is a movie actor. John Cena is
Oh.
Peacemaker. That's about it. And The Rock is The Rock.
The Rock, he just acts as The Rock in all his movies.
Yeah, it's just The Rock wearing a different shirt. That's it.
Oh my god, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the point is, I think AEW is, struggling, and
Yep.
here's a very interesting take. Do you feel like MJF is not actually that compelling as a heel top champion?
Yes. Well, okay. This is going to ruffle some feathers, but I feel like Bryan Danielson he was the right person at the right time. He caught the wave of that support of like quote unquote indie style wrestlers, hard workers who don't necessarily have the body. He caught that perfect wave, rode it to the top, kind of like Kofi Mania, right?
Yep.
Outside of that, I mean, yeah, he had a decent run as the Earth's champion. That one was quite amusing.
Yeah.
But it's not main event level, like ticket selling, Roman Reigns type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's that marquee guy. I'm not saying he's a B plus player. I'm saying he's a. Actually, I am saying he's a B plus player. I'm like, how do I explain it? But like, like the momentum is not there for him. He's going out there putting on great matches, yes, but they're not quite there yet. I feel.
It's just the honest fact that they kind of wasted away his initial momentum coming to the company, because when he came in, remember, he was a heel. He was awesome as a heel. Remember that? Yeah, they bungled it.
Well, we all know how Tony Khan loves to bungle his signees. Oh, come in with momentum and then immediately look like shit. But anyway, that's a different story. Oh, now I remember the main event. It was Hangman versus Mox.
Oh, that was the first match, right off the
first
gate,
match.
right?
Yeah, it was.
It was supposed to be the rubber match, right?
Yeah. I can't remember how it finished. I actually didn't hate that match as much as I thought I would. I was like, okay, they're laying it in. It looks good. At least their forearms don't look like shit.
Yeah, actually, Moxley is guilty of having very terrible elbows, not forearms. You know his elbows where he just sit and freaking thing on the head.
Yeah.
That's it. But then the thing is, right, I was very confused by the finish. So the finish was, if you remember, it was like a roll up. It was just a 42, was it? It was just like a very lucky roll up, and Hangman wasn't happy. Hangman was like, wait, that's the ending, and then then they went nose to nose again. They tried to fight after that, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this is gonna point towards some sort of stipulation match at Revolution one more time?
Maybe
the two of them?
2 out of 3 falls, submission match, like a definitive finish sort of a match, right?
Yeah, but given their personal rivalry, right, the animosity between them, I have a feeling, right, it might end up being, wait for it, barbed wire death match.
Oh, Don't you
think it makes sense given AEW's booking that that's what they will try to do?
Yeah, but I'm already done. Like with this feud and the amount of quote unquote garbage stuff they have, surrounding everything. It's like we've talked about this ad nauseum, lah. We don't need to rehash it. You do something too much, it becomes normal, it becomes blah.
Yeah, but it makes sense given AEW's way of booking things, right? They will definitely escalate it to something as crazy as it, given the people involved.
Correct. No, yeah, for sure. And, you have rando non-main event people doing blood matches on Rampage. What's to stop them from going over the top? Freaking exploding arena match. Everyone dies.
Maybe they want to do it just to make up for that debacle that they had the first time round where the thing didn't explode.
Right? Oh my god. Ambulance match, forget it lah. Stop it. How about they have, what would be truly a treat? They have a great technical match. Let's go. How about that?
I would love that, but we all know if Bryan Danielson is going to end up fighting MJF, the Iron Man match is going to be that technical showpiece, right?
Yeah. Okay, so they are leading up to an Iron Man match at Revolution, correct?
Yes, correct.
So far, like, I'm guilty of not having watched it for about a month or so, but like, has the build for it been like, you know, when you think about Iron Man matches, of course, you think about Shawn Michaels, Hitman, you think
Yeah,
of
for sure.
Kurt, Brock. So has the build up been to that level? Sort of like, oh, you're really anticipating this.
I would say that the opponents that MJF has lined up for Bryan Danielson has been hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for example, they had a great match. That Danielson and the Cash Out was an awesome match, right?
Yeah.
I recalled it. I was like, okay, that was a great start. But then they went some curious, like they did a couple of things that I was like, okay, Bandido was okay, but I just didn't know Bandido enough to care.
Yeah.
He does look super cool, by the way, but I just didn't care. And then they had one match with Timothy Thatcher.
Oh yeah, this was last week. I
that
watched
was
that
last
match.
week, yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you think of that? Having seen Timothy Thatcher after so long, so apparently he's been Noah right now. He's been wrestling Noah since he got released.
See, that's the problem. It makes it very predictable watching. I don't need to watch the match to know that Bryan Danielson will win.
Yeah, but like, can you watch the match and enjoy it for what it is, though?
Yeah. You see, you get to a point, right, where I actually fast forwarded the match. Like, I know they can work, but I'm like, okay, like, I just want to get to the story. I want to get the meat of it, you know. And if there's no MJF there, it's not interesting.
Do you feel right? Like there is an art to doing compelling TV matches as opposed to doing a wrestling match in front of a live crowd, like a live event match.
I think you hit the nail on the head, because for television, right, it's a different story. You're catching attention when your attention could be split somewhere else. When you're live there watching a match, you can't do fuck all else. Right?
Yeah, correct.
You have their attention, so you can show your art. You can do chain wrestling. You can show how incredible you are in the ring. But when you're doing it for TV, it's like you better be able to keep my non-wrestling hardcore fan attention.
Yeah.
And a pay-per-view or PLE, I guess, is different. Because, well, a pay-per-view, you paid already. You paid your money. So you watch or don't watch, whatever shit we put in the ring, you will have to watch, right? You know?
Correct. So yeah, I think that's the issue, right? Timothy Thatcher, as great as a wrestler he is, Bryan Danielson, it feels like a match that should be happening on a live event or like a pay-per-view where people actually, if they paid money to watch a pay-per-view, that means they are willing to look and enjoy wrestling, right?
Well, was there a build to that match?
No,
just did they announce it the week?
Nowhere.
No. Okay, see, that's the other problem. You know, like, at least if you had a week on Rampage, you can show clips of Timothy Thatcher like stretching people out and like hype him up. But even then, a week is not enough to hype. Honestly, if you had Timothy Thatcher for a few weeks already, just destroying people, you know, stretching them out and just viciously bending people backwards, and then you put him up against Bryan Danielson, okay, I can buy that. But having and AEW is very guilty of this. They'll just randomly throw some fella in there and assume we know, because they assume that we are hardcore fans. This is the one thing that they do all the time.
Exactly. And I think the main reason is because, like I mentioned, it was supposed to be a talent exchange, because they got AEW got sent Darby Allin and Sting for Muta's last match, right? So I think in return they gave him a Noah talent that is kind of renowned in some sort. But again, like you said, it's hit or miss, because for people who want to tune into Dynamite and to see who are these people that Bryan Danielson is going up against. Why is it a baby face? Why is it another person that you want to support?
Well, right? Okay lah, no lah. Timothy Thatcher a bit heelish lah. You know, he looks badass. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Takeshita at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like there Bandido also a crowd favorite. Like there was no rhyme and reason in how they choose. It's like, I'm just gonna choose the most random opponents to have a great match with.
Even playing WWE 2K22 GM mode, they'll tell you, hey, you put two faces against each other. What's wrong with you? Even the game will tell you, that one not very good, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I feel, and I think all the wrestling fans can feel it as well, momentum is firmly with WWE on their road to WrestleMania right now.
And here's the thing, okay, now I'm sure some of you are like, oh, Mr. Young again on his anti-AEW rant. Here we go, let's talk about the WWE, right? Other than the main event stuff, has anything else been really compelling? Okay, I'll tell you one other thing that's compelling. I don't know why, but I always love the ratchet love nonsense. You can guess lah. Huh? It's Dominic Mysterio again in low-key one of the best angles. Remember the whole telenovela with the Murphy and the Aaliyah? I low-key love that shit.
Yes,
right?
correct. Do you
Yeah.
feel like he kind of has snuck up on everyone and suddenly became like super funny and
Yeah.
entertaining?
Yes. Yeah, with the mullet and then with the mommy. And of course, with Rhea Ripley, it doesn't help that he's with somebody who is on the ascendancy, obviously, right?
Yeah. So now, right, every time he comes to the ring, and I was just watching Raw in the morning, right?
Yeah.
The crowd reacting and booing him is amazing.
Yes.
And every time he opened his mouth, and he had to do some allusion to his time in prison, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
hey man, my time on the streets taught me to be hard. I went through hard time. I'm like, what the fuck, you know?
No, but it
Uh,
fits his character so perfectly. Like we all know he's this pampered boy, son of a
yeah,
superstar, sort of a deal,
not a
right?
tough bone in his body, so he's like a
Yeah,
poser, like
yeah.
essentially, right?
The funny thing
Yeah.
is, how does Finn and Damien put up with that shit? Like, why do they like put up with that? They
No, the fact that
literally, and
the fact that they don't know Solid and they are all together, like,
yeah,
yeah, he went to the prison. That was
they're like
hilarious.
those friends who are enabling you in your own delusion. They're like, yeah, you're hot. Yeah, actually, they know actually this fella is soft as shit, but we just back him up because we are his friends.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about Raw. This like just what just happened on Raw, but I wanted to talk about last week's Raw because technically last week was the first Raw after coming out of Royal Rumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like having this dichotomy with basically Cody Rhodes is the number one guy on Raw right now,
Yeah,
right? While the
yeah.
Bloodline stuff is everything that's happening is on SmackDown.
Mm.
How do you feel Raw will fare even without Roman Reigns, like with more of like Judgment Day and Cody Rhodes, like and Seth Rollins pulling up the shit?
I was thinking about it, right? And I think really the problem is they have too much time to fill.
Exactly, of course.
So much so that a lot of the stuff in between is a drag. It's just matches for the sake of matches. Like, how many times do I give a crap about Angelo Dawkins versus Chad Gable? Or Otis versus some, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I know who's going to win. And whoever wins, it's inconsequential anyway. Just get me to the Judgment Day stuff. Get me to the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes stuff, right? A lot of the time, it feels like that.
You brought up a great point because I was listening to Cornet as well over the weekend, right? And they talk about how Raw ratings were doing because they always used to do Dynamite ratings and see how it does, right? But actually, the Raw ratings peaked at 2.1 million for this past week's Raw. So the average viewers for Raw actually went up post Rumble, right? Because of course, people wants to know about Cody Rhodes, blah blah blah. But they did a 3-hour quarter to quarter breakdown. You know what was the most interesting thing that they found?
What?
In that whole first 2 hours of Raw, right, the ratings didn't drop below 2 million people at all. So that means they maintain. So they, from 8 to 10, right, like, okay, they're watching it in the US, 8 to 10 p.m. at night. The crowd, the core audience, this 2 million or maybe like a bit less, they maintain. They never drop at all. But there was a huge drop off from the 10 to 11 slot.
Are you surprised? I'm not surprised in the least bit. It's fatigue.
It's fatigue, yeah. The fans are there, but they're just not willing to sit through 3 hours. They're just going to tune out. And the sad thing is, when the main event comes in, which was last week, was Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor, the crowd picked back up, but they never picked back up to 2 million anymore because it went down to like 1.8. So like they brought them up. People who were willing to wait for Cody Rhodes to appear in the ring, they came back, but they kind of wasted Cody Rhodes in that spot, essentially.
Yeah. But and let's face it too, we know who. I skipped that match myself because I know exactly who's going to win. What's the point of doing a match when you know who the winner is?
Yeah. But sometimes I can forgive that. I can forgive, like, we know Cody Rhodes is going to win if the story behind it was interesting, right? You want to see how Cody Rhodes does in the match. I think that's fine. But the problem is, again, you can't sit down and tell me you want to watch 3 hours of wrestling and do nothing else. No, you will definitely not do it, right?
Yeah, and we just came off an almost 4-hour pay-per-view as well. So, yeah, we have a lot more to do and spend our time on, especially in this day and age with social media and stuff like that. So, funnily enough, I was thinking about it randomly. I don't know why the other day. And I was like, why don't they just make Raw go back to 2 hours just like SmackDown? Because SmackDown is a very reasonable watch, I feel.
Yeah.
And it's only made better because the Bloodline is on SmackDown. So, I will wait, to the main event to see all
Bloodline,
the Bloodline stuff like that, right? Cody, I'm like, I'd rather you just give him to me at the start, and then after that, like, I'm not going to stick around for 3 hours just to watch something Cody. He's not there yet, I feel. He's not a Roman Reigns.
Maybe John Cena people would do that, like back in the day, right?
Sure. But yeah, not Raw Rhodes yet. All right, they're
Yeah.
trying to get there. So I'm like, why don't they just make Raw 2 hours and then 1 hour documentary?
Right. Yeah, it would be amazing. So at least WWE keeps that slot for themselves, but they just do something else. It doesn't have to be Raw.
Yeah, one of those produced shows where I don't know how they could do it. Fuck it, do a Big Brother style show where they put a bunch of wrestlers living together to spawn even something like that. I think
Legends
works.
House, bro. Legends House.
I don't know about Legends House. No, we want to focus on the young talent. Or maybe have a thing where they literally do a documentary about a different young talent every single week. And then they give backstory and stuff. I don't know. Like, these are just ideas. But, you know, people love watching documentaries on Netflix now, you know? It's such a thing, right? Yeah, so you could tell so many awesome stories without... I hate to say it, but without having to put people through matches that don't mean anything.
Exactly. And, WWE is probably listening to a section of their audience because they are going to release a new season of WWE A&E. So, you know, all the long-time fans will come for that. But imagine if the A&E show was on, USA Network right after Raw. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Can we talk about SmackDown really quickly before we go to other things? Because an interesting thing that WWE did was, like, after the Bloodline drama that happened at Royal Rumble, they didn't follow up that much on Raw. They saved it all for SmackDown. You watched a bit of SmackDown, bro?
Yes. So I watch most, like, of all the shows, right? I pay the most attention to SmackDown because of the Bloodline.
Yeah. It
is the marquee act in the WWE right now, and you know the fallout from Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, that kind of stuff.
And the awesome thing is, right, their bloodline, their storyline, right, feels like an Attitude Era structure of an episode. Do you remember the start of the show was the Roman Reigns car pulling up into the arena, and then like the interviewer trying to interview him? Isn't that what every time that used to happen back in the day? Whether it's Vince McMahon pulling up, Triple H, Evolution, blah blah blah. So that is really a very great trope that to me works because it feels like a big deal when the biggest star comes into the building, right?
Yeah, and then there is a plot line throughout the entire show. You know, once in a while you cut back to the locker room and then you see Roman talking to the Solo, like, where's your brother? You know,
and then
where's
Jimmy?
And when he gets angry, I scared, bro. I scared for everybody. Like, he angry.
Relax, bro.
Yeah, like he's acting gone up quite a few notches, no? Dude has been taking acting classes. I think he's acting better than The Rock. I said it, Roman Reigns. Joe Anua'i for the next global superstar. Let's go.
Okay. Honest question. We love The Rock. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
But have The Rock ever shown a serious acting side during any of his run in WWE?
I mean, he's more of a comedic guy. He's like an over-exaggerator. Like, and I don't say that in a bad way. You know, we love The Rock. It works
for him.
He's this athletic guy. Like, even when he was heel, he was corporate heel, and then he would do the bulging eyes, and then when he gets stunned, he will flip 10,000 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the best to me, the one storyline in WWE that he tried to show a bit of range, right, was honestly when Rikishi accused him of telling him, I did it for The Rock. Remember, he tried to deny it, and there was a bit of tension there.
Yeah.
So there was still something.
For the people. I did it.
Yeah.
I love everything that the Bloodline is doing right now. There's no escaping it. And it's definitely going to be hot going into Elimination Chamber. So, okay, we won't really preview Elimination Chamber, but Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns is the main event for the titles. I mean, the pop for Sami Zayn is going to be outrageous, right?
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I can't wait. And like, you got to mention, like, the main event talking segment on SmackDown. When, remember at the end of the show, Roman was like, so did Jay come? And then like, oh no, we can't find him. We can't contact him. And then we were also scared, like, oh, fuck, is he going to flip out and, fuck him up? The rest of them up. But then he was like, you know what, guys? I want you all to just go chill at the bars, go join the wise man, go enjoy the food and the bounty, blah, blah, blah. I'll handle it. I'll take care of business. And I was like, ooh, wait, he's coming out to the ring alone without the bloodline backup? You know what's going to happen next, right?
Yeah. And then the whole challenging Sami, giving him what he wants. So he wants to, like, destroy his family in front of his family. Perfect lead up to Elimination Chamber,
that one line, bro. You broke up my bloodline. Now I'm gonna break you in front of your family.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Chef's
Yeah.
kiss, high drama. I love it. This is what we watch wrestling for.
Correct. You know what? And the best thing about this storyline is like people are analyzing it on YouTube like they're analyzing comic book storylines, bro.
Nice.
And I saw this one. I think it's Cultaholic probably.
Mm.
Where they did an entire video where they gave this theory, right? What if, right, all along, right, is Jey Uso is actually the main character?
Ah.
Think about it. Think about it. Because this entire bloodline storyline, as much as we love Sami Zayn, it was never about Sami Zayn. It was always been about Jey all along, because Jey was the first guy that I don't want to fight the bloodline, or I don't want to fight Roman Reigns, but then Roman Reigns made him fall in line, right?
Yeah. He was main
Jimmy,
event Jey Uso for
correct.
a long time, yeah, when Jimmy was away.
And when I Quit, right? He did the I Quit match in Hell in a Cell. He gave up and fall in line because he wanted to save his brother Jimmy, right?
Yep.
And then eventually both of them fall in line. They were his backup. And then when Sami came into the picture, Jey didn't want Sami to be in the bloodline. He was unhappy, right? And the whole storyline revolved around when Jey finally accepted Sami. Everyone was so happy that acceptance finally happened. And Jey was the one that defended Sami when he was ousted. But he saw Sami did something that Jey was never able to do, because instead of falling in line, Sami stood up for his best friend. So Jey probably, of course, a part of him is like what the fuck, man? Why you betray me? But then another side of him is like, shit, like he inspired me to walk away from my bloodline. So that's what he did, right? In Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, right, what if all along we are looking at it in a different lens? This is like the plot twist, if you think about it.
Tovakin says, kick to the multiverse when? Haley says, Jey is Agatha. It was Jey all along.
Yeah.
So the question is, and once again, leading into a main event that everybody kind of knows what's going to happen. Sami's not going to win the title at Elimination Chamber, right? Yeah. How is Jey going to play a part in it? Is he going to side with Roman? Is he going to side with Sami?
Correct. So I feel Jey's decision at Elimination Chamber is more compelling than whether Sami wins the title or not.
Chef's kiss. So this is like an onion, layers upon layers of storytelling culminating at WrestleMania. Like at this point, it's like, I kind of low-key don't care about Roman versus Cody. I'm more about the whole Sami Zayn bloodline story.
But I would say, bro, like as much as Sami and Jey bloodline all make sense for the main event, I recommend, bro, I suggest you watch today's Raw. Watch the segment between Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman. Those people who watch Raw today know what I'm talking about, bro.
Okay.
When you watch that, you will holy shit, actually they can build an amazing storyline between Roman and Cody.
Okay, well, I mean, they have to. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and that is the main event. But yeah, I will watch Raw probably tomorrow when I have some time. But can't wait. At least while AEW is slacking, WWE kind of picking up the slack.
Picking up the slack in a way. Can I just briefly talk about this Cody promo? Because of course, interestingly enough, right? Of course, today there was the Becky Lynch steel cage match with Bayley, so that was great. But I didn't manage to catch the ending. I understand a certain WWE women's legend came back. So I want to know what's that all about. But at the start of the match, at the start of the show, they open up with Edge and Beth Phoenix. So the great couple right now for Elimination Chamber, they're going to challenge Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley.
Okay, get that feud out of the way before WrestleMania, because we know Rhea has a date with Charlotte. Yes,
so the continuation. So I feel like one of the predictions that a lot of people was talking about is Edge is going to fight Finn Balor one more time for to end the Judgment Day, essentially, right? To kill his own creation. So I dig it as an undercut storyline, right?
Sure.
Because we all know Dominic is just gonna get his ass whooped by his dad, That's his WrestleMania destiny, right?
It has to be, yes.
Yeah, but then Cody Rhodes came out on the top of the second hour, right? Came to the ring for a promo, and he acknowledged Sami Zayn.
Okay.
He did say that, hey, my destination might be clear, but my journey there is a bit murky right now, because we all know what's going on. We all saw Sami Zayn stand up to the bloodline, and what he did, I thought that was a really great babyface move where he kind of pulled the audience back on his side, because he said right now I might be at WrestleMania, but my opponent might not be Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay.
And then he said, like, I for one am rooting for Sami Zayn because I can. He said I can relate to somebody who is standing up for what he believes in, and based on that, I respect him and I want him to win. So he said, all I can say is, good luck. May the best man win. And if Sami Zayn, you're the one that reaches WrestleMania, I look forward to fighting you. So like, at least he set the stage that, hey, like he's not gonna try to like curry favor or he's gonna face. So that's one thing that I like.
Okay, well, I mean, we all know that Cody knows how to deliver a promo and put the business first lah. So
correct.
no issue there. Okay, well, let's put a bow on it. And we very quickly will jump to NXT Vengeance Day. Jason's already, wondering about if we're going to talk about Dijak's fingers. I mean, we posted about it on our Insta stories. Like, yeah, he fucked up his finger real good.
Yeah, man. I mean, badass.
Did you get to catch Vengeance Day at all?
I only watched 2 matches.
Okay.
Because those 2 matches were the one that I was most curious in. So, one was the 2 out of 3 falls match, right? Between Apollo and my guy for his name. See, he's really leaving me, but he didn't win.
Carmelo Hayes.
Correct. So like, so I saw everything that went down between Apollo and his commander Aziz.
Well, I don't think his name is Aziz anymore, but okay. I think
is he back to Double Keto?
No. I think they rebranded him again. But anyway, we'll go through the card very quickly because I did watch it. Hey, Edison, stop it lah. Edison said his wife is gonna enjoy the fingers. Very good curve. What the bro?
Oh,
Fiaz, what's up? Fiaz says he didn't even watch Vengeance Day. Let's just say it's okay lah. You don't need to watch.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't need to watch, bro. We'll just review enough already.
Gone are the days of the old black and gold NXT, and I guess we shouldn't expect that, right? It's a completely new generation, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying it's it's that old level of what are those called already? Takeovers.
NXT takeovers. Yeah, it's no longer that.
Wesley Dijak for the NXT North American Championship. I mean, they put over Wesley pretty well. I mean, he deserves a bit of a shine. I don't know, and I haven't been watching NXT for a long time, so I'm coming into this with like fresh eyes. Like, oh, what if I'm watching this, as a new person, right? I'm like, I don't know what Dijak is supposed to be.
So is Dijak is a good guy or bad guy in this scenario? Because Wesley is a bad guy, right?
He's a badass kind of guy, but the NXT, it's kind of like the AEW vibe where even some of the heels, the crowd will cheer.
Wesley is the guy where he's
MSK.
MSK, right? Because his tag team partner cannot fire because he was some racist or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. He did some, was it a Nazi sign or something like that? Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but at least Wesley got a bit of a push from that lah.
Yeah, good for him lah. Because I did see a bit of the match, and I do think Wesley is pretty athletic. Reminds me of Leo Rush a bit, I guess.
Okay, you know what my problem? what my problem is with Dijak? He is like a Bobby Lashley. He is like an Apollo Crews. He's one of those guys, right? We know he has talent in the ring. We've seen his matches with Keith Lee, for example. But for whatever reason, his character just is not compelling. Something like, it doesn't matter how you dress him up, it just feels not authentic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know what he needs, bro?
What?
He needs Heidenreich's gimmick, bro. That's what he needs. Because he looks a lot like a brunette Heidenreich. Don't you think so?
Like this weird, awkward, creepy dude. Well, maybe that could be it. Because every other sort of thing that he's tried to do has not really, like, I don't know, like something just feels off.
I mean, him breaking his finger might actually be a good thing, I guess. Like, it actually made the crowd sit up and take notice, like, oh, this guy, real badass. And like, and I think that I think if nothing happened, if he didn't get his finger broken, no one would have been talking about the match.
Which is sad. It should be the performance that gets people talking, not you breaking your finger. Yeah, his old catchphrase, he literally used to do this, right? Feast your eyes. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Feast your eyes. Like,
feast your eyes.
Like, nothing he has ever done has really stuck. Except for his feud with Keith Lee, but that's because it's two giant horses doing crazy shit, right? But you take away all that, like, he doesn't stand out, which is very sad because he's such a talented guy. Like I said, that's why I always draw the comparison to Bobby Lashley. Like, Bobby Lashley looks amazing, is amazing, but it just doesn't fit somehow. Let's move on. Wesley retains the North American Championship. Oh, this was a clusterfuck and a half. Fallon Henley and Kiana James versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. What?
Oh my god. Okay, I've never seen this Henley girl, whatever her name. She's British, right?
Oh, I don't know, but isn't she like hanging out with Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen as like a, didn't she start her storyline by being like a waitress, well, a bartender, and then at the bar they would hang out, and then she became their friends, but she friend zoned one of them, and then the other one is trying to date Kiana James, but Kiana James is like a little bit more atas, so she makes him dress up. So it's this weird convoluted high school bullshit that is just, I think to most adults is not compelling, but I think they're trying to be compelling.
Bro, the fact that you know that storyline, right, makes you more of an NXT expert still than me, bro. The fact that you know, even though you say you don't watch it, but you know all these things. I don't even know this, bro.
Because I remember that's how they were building, like, okay, yeah, Evan says she's the country girl. Yeah, she's the country girl, and Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen are the country boys, right? I'm sure that you remember those two guys. And she, one of them tried to hit on her, and I got a lot of it from the commentary. So kudos to Vic Joseph and Booker T.
Who needs Briggs and Jensen being country boys when you have the real authentic them boys, the Briscoe brothers, man? Come on.
Rest in peace, right?
R.I.P.,
Kiana James bought over her bar when it was, there you go. So Kiana James is the rich girl, and then the rich girl has like transformed one of the boys, and I'm sure they'll break up after that because they start fighting over the girls or something.
Oh my god, the storylines, bro. I mean, if you have time every Wednesday morning, nothing better to do, and can watch NXT, then more power to you. Can I be honest, Mr. Young?
Yeah.
I have ended my WWE Network subscription, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am serious. You know why?
Why?
You know why? Every month, I just need to watch one pay-per-view, right? Which is either the PLE, Royal Rumble, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Beyond that, what else is on the WWE Network now? There's no more Stone Cold Broken Skull sessions.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more interesting documentary like Icons or whatever, the Monday Night War. Those were the things that made me stay. But now all the great documentaries are on A&E, correct?
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm just gonna stream that shit illegally, bro.
You mean at your friend's house who has a WWE network? That's what you just said. Okay.
Yes, correct. So the point I'm trying to make is NXT is not enough of a pool for me to subscribe to the network. NXT last time was enough.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, anyway, I don't want to dive too much into it. Let's just say that them winning or Katana and Kaden losing the titles felt like nothing because they did nothing with the titles anyway.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's like
I didn't even know Kaden Carter and all that won the title from Toxic Attraction. Like I completely don't remember.
Yeah, quite a while ago, and they're still party girls, whatever that means. So let's move on. Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams, who is still Bart it, beat Apollo Crews 2 out of 3 falls, but he beat him 2-0. Shout out.
Complete shout out, bro. And remember, I've told you, okay, the one guiding light, the one thing that I was actually looking forward to 2.0 was Carmelo Hayes. I think Carmelo Hayes is amazing, has a great future. But what's up with this 2.20 beatdown of Apollo Crews?
I guess the idea is to really put Carmelo Hayes over big, and also like there was shenanigans, right? So I guess you can kind of excuse it. And the whole thing, the afterbirth, was Dabaketo, aka Aziz, I don't know what his new name is, turning his back on Apollo Crews. And I'm sorry lah, but I saw that like a billion miles away. Even though I haven't been watching the show, his body like it's like very when a turn is coming, when like they position himself and he and like you're like, oh yeah, the turn is here. Like it was so obvious. I'm not saying I'm such a great actor or anything, but like I've watched enough wrestling that I'm like, okay, this is a bit obvious already. He's gonna turn, and then he turned on him.
Oh my god! I mean, they don't know how to telegraph things well. Let's just put it that way.
It's okay. Are people like Omas, Dabaketo, like just write it off as a loss already? Like these giants who just can't. They can't.
Yeah.
Bring anything to the table.
Sometimes I ask like, what's the point of having giant larger than life characters? But if you can work, or if you have a great personality and a character, like that's why I will keep Braun Strowman. Because Braun Strowman is essentially a better version of Omos and more personality than this Dabaketo, right? That's the whole point. But if you are essentially this new generation Giant Gonzalez, Why? What's the point? You know?
Yeah, you get one match out of it, and that's it. After you've shown everybody you can't work, useless already. What? Like when Omar shows up now, it's like roll eye, tune out already. Who gives a crap?
Yeah. The only thing I like about Omar is his Nigerian traps dance hall song that he comes out to his entrance.
Okay, it's not enough. It's not enough for you to pay for the WWE network though. So
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
So no idea what they're doing with Apollo Crews. I just I pity the fool.
He's just there to put the young talent over. He's there to. It's like the New Day being there. And speaking of the New Day, okay, we have your tag team championship match: Gallus versus New Day versus Pretty Deadly versus Chase University. Apparently, Duke Hudson is part of Chase University. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard about it. So I know he's like aligned with the other guy, the Andre Chase or whatever his name is.
Correct.
Okay. Before anything, I do want to acknowledge that I really, really kind of enjoy Pretty Deadly. I think they are hilarious.
Yeah.
They seem to be like a new wave 1980s, like a David Bowie leftovers from the era.
Sure.
Yeah, and I saw their promos. I don't know whether you saw it before on their YouTube channel or like on WWE's YouTube channel, where they were helping each other get ready and talking about like their routines.
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta watch that because it's like prime Breezango entertainment. They were hilarious.
Okay. All right.
So because of that, I was a fan of them.
Okay, right. I mean, and Gallus, they're pretty badass from NXT UK, right?
Yes. So of course, Gallus comes with the pedigree, the indie pedigree, right?
Yeah. I enjoyed this match. It was pretty hard hitting when it needed to be, and of course they picked up the titles over the New Day. Hopefully, the New Day gives them a big rub in that sense.
Do you like New Day's position in NXT, being an tag team veterans as they are?
I mean, right now them going to NXT in that little couple of weeks, right? It was the best thing for them to do because the tag team division is getting very stale. You know, they need to shake things up somehow. I can only watch so many Kofi Kingston versus Eric, Xavier Woods versus
Street Profits.
I can only watch those matches so many times. I don't know why they've given up on the tag team division, you know?
Oh man, but knowing Triple H, I do believe that things are getting back to a better shape. Yep. And I think NXT needed a fresh injection of new tag teams, and New Day needed a fresh rebrand of their character because they've been over for so long.
It's kind of like what Dolph Ziggler did, what Bobby Roode did, right? More than anything, they're just veterans coming in to give these new teams a rub. Because let's face it, right? If you never watch NXT UK, you'll be like, who the fuck is these two Gallus, two English boys? Same with Pretty Deadly. So I think most of the goal here is to have them be like, wow, okay, they beat the New Day. Everyone knows who the New Day is, so they must be good. Giving them a rub.
Yeah. So in that case, I think this match works for what it is.
Yeah.
Of course, never seen enough of Gallus, but always heard good things about them. So having them win the title, gives them decent, opponents going forward. So what's next for the New Day? Well, we gotta see.
We'll see. All right. Arguably, this might be the match everyone tuned in to watch. I know a lot of people already simping in the chat for Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champ. Versus Gigi Dolan versus JC Jane. This. Okay. Like, we shit on AEW's women's division.
Okay.
I don't want to shit on this women's division, but it's almost as bad. Like the women they have now, all the graduates have already moved on to Raw and SmackDown. They're on the main event roster, right?
Yeah, the good wrestlers, basically.
So now they are left with this bunch who, I mean, you can tell that Roxanne has a lot of personality. She has, I feel like she has an AJ Lee sort of appeal to her. Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Gigi Dolan still is a bit performative in the way that she seems a bit unnatural when she does what she does. JC Jane is just kind of there. And the match itself was a bit like, oh my God, Edison, all caps, thirsty for Jane every single day. Hey, stop it, bro, stop it.
Wait, so your team Jane more than Dolin? I thought Dolin is the one that everyone's thirsting over.
Whatever. I mean, you got Perez, you got Dolin, you got Jane. There's a lot of eye candy in the ring, huh? But in terms of the match itself, it kind of didn't make sense because they were tag teaming against Perez for a while and then they stopped.
They fought.
Because, hey, the title's online. But then they started tag teaming again and then they fought again. So it was like, it was a bit of a mess, I thought.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I like Roxanne or Roxy. I know her from ROH, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, she is great, but I feel that they missed out on a great opportunity to have this long rivalry between Roxanne and Mandy, right? Because it was just there.
It wasn't. I mean, it's not their fault, lah. I mean, who asked Mandy to go and
Okay,
make more money than Roman Reigns?
Who asked Mandy to be a millionaire? Oh my god, poor Mandy. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you think about it, right, if Mandy had stuck around and actually Mandy worked with Roxanne, they did a proper program. So that particular match, Roxanne didn't win the title from Mandy, and it was a chase for 2-3 months. It culminates in a big show, right? It would have been perfect for their characters because it's literally polar opposites, like the nerdy schoolgirl dreams of being a champion with like this hot girl in school. Everything was perfect, but because Mandy was taken out of the way, Toxic Attraction needed to step up.
Yeah.
They're not ready. They're just not ready yet.
Yeah.
So because of clusterfuck lah.
Yeah. I have a question for you, right? Tell me what you think about this. So, what if instead of it being Mandy Rose, who had a side hustle making way too much money, extra dollars, and then WWE quote unquote fired, right? What if it was a guy who on the side hustle, not say it's OnlyFans, maybe it could be something else, maybe it could be Cameo, Twitch, whatever, right? Somehow has a side hustle, didn't tell WWE, made a lot of money, WWE fired him. Do you think the fans would defend this person quite as much as fans have come to defend Mandy Rose?
I mean, if he was one of the hotter guy, okay, if Austin Theory had an OnlyFans, you know there will be an audience for that, right?
Yeah, but I feel like most of the wrestling fans would turn against this. Oh yeah, he's not a wrestling purist. He doesn't love the sport like we love. But because it's Mandy, and let's face it, most of the people who are on her side right now are like, oh, okay, yeah, here's some of my money for the OnlyFans, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's a bit of a double standard here. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, so she's doing it, obviously she can't pass up that much money. Everyone needs to understand that, right? But it's quite clear. So wrestling is not really like a priority in her life. It was a stepping stone to another platform.
Yeah, for sure.
You respect the hustle, but I guarantee you, your quote unquote wrestling purists, if it were a guy, would turn on him immediately.
Yeah, but she has the pretty privilege, let's put it that way. So if you are a good-looking person and you can somehow push...
That's what I mean about the double standard. If it was Daniel Bryan, I'm not saying he's doing OnlyFans, If it's Daniel Bryan, like his whole thing was, and then all of a sudden he go and do some side hustle, some vegan project, and he's making tons more money. Do you think that the fans would still be on his side?
Okay, I wouldn't say that's a fair comparison. Let's use somebody that is within the realm of Mandy Rose. Like, what if the Bella twins have like a OnlyFans, right?
No, but you can't use the Bella twins because they are girls also. I'm talking about like the double standard.
What I'm saying is like, but they are not well liked by the WWE universe. Like everyone hates them, right? So if they were to do an OnlyFans, would the fans defend them for the right to do it, knowing that they don't like it? You get what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the double standard comes from her being a girl. So the appropriate comparison would be if a guy did it, it would be different.
It's tough, but essentially, if I'm a corporation and I know my employee earns way more money from my, leveraging on my talent, brand talent, do I let them do it, or it's more of like, more power to you? We're happy that you get these opportunities. It really depends on how the WWE's philosophy is, lah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's not like she's off doing Twitch playing video games, right? No, she's showing off her goods, and
which runs in principle to their brand philosophy, right?
Runs counter to their principle, because WWE is PG with shareholders and stuff like that. So yeah, exactly. We've long since passed the era of Playboy. So people who bring up the argument, oh, what about Sable? What about Sunny? That was a long time ago. They are a different company.
Yeah, they're not the same company. Yeah.
So
even though that was the company that helped me through puberty, so it's such a shame, lah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the main event. Here we go. Braun Breaker versus Grayson Waller. steel cage, you cannot win by escape. You can only win by pinfall or submission. Surprisingly, I thought this match was pretty bleh as well.
Because nobody really cares about Grayson Waller. Let's be honest. Braun Breaker is good, but I think Braun Breaker is still young and he's like John Cena in 2002.
Yeah.
Working with Kurt Angle and all that.
Yeah, you know, that's a very good comparison actually. Like, he's got the intensity, you know, he has the physicality, but there's that missing X factor, that missing secret spice and ingredient, right? Like, remember, John Cena didn't really pop off until he became a rapper, for example.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Braun Breaker needs to be a rapper. He just needs to get into that groove of people just, holy shit, this is his personality.
He just needs to go full Steiner, bro. Like, really embrace that, you know?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Steiner match. Let's go for that, man.
Irvin says Grayson Waller is more like a reality show villain than wrestler. Yes! So
oh my god, he looks like he can be on Love Island or...
Bro,
too hot to handle, bro.
He's the Miz lah. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I've said it many times on the show. Let's not disrespect the Miz.
I mean, we all love the Miz, right? We can respect what he's done. But Grayson Waller has not paid the dues that the Miz had. So, of course, we don't give a shit about him. He's not, you know who he is? He's like Daniel Puder right now.
Hey, what, Daniel?
Do you remember Royal Rumble 2005 at Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, all of the hardcore Holly all just beat the shit out of Daniel Puder?
Yeah. No, I think Daniel Puder legit disrespected them. I think Grayson Waller is not in that camp yet. Huh? Oh, Irvin says he was actually on Survivor Australia. Oh, so he just there he is, the Miz.
Perfect. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, but enough about Waller. Talk to me about Braun Breaker's ceiling. Like, does he still stay in NXT? Should he go to the main roster? Has he outgrown the brand? What do you think?
I feel like he needs a little bit more time to develop a personality outside of just being this intense, like, you know, You see, I can barely describe him. He's just a young Steiner. It's like, what the hell does that even mean, right? Intensity, that's about it. Like, it's pretty much ruthless aggression. So he has that. What else?
That wasn't enough to get John Cena to the top. You need more than that, right? You need personality.
So give him a little bit more time, because I feel like the second he moves to the main roster, he's gonna become like a Karrion Kross. There is a very high possibility that, you know, they push, people be like, meh, you know?
Yeah. And Karrion Kross was, I can't remember, sorry. Was he in the Rumble match? He was, right?
Yeah, he got eliminated so fast. Like, wow, they really don't care about him, poor guy. Yeah,
and I feel a lot of Triple H's recent additions, some have done okay, some have really, really wasted the opportunity.
Not say they wasted the booking, you know, but I like their ceiling, like we talked about. Someone like a Gargano, really main event NXT, that kind of was his ceiling.
Yeah, maybe, you know, AEW would have been a much better fit. So, but we only know this in hindsight, ma.
Yeah.
Predict for sure.
Exactly. We never know until they start pushing. Well, I mean, you know, interesting times. We have, like we said, Elimination Chamber. The entire thing hinging on one feud, which is Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns. I mean, the Chamber matches are interesting. Okay, very quickly, what do you think of them putting the US title on the line in the Chamber?
I think it's fine. Knowing that the main title will be, it's going to be a hot match, Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. So they need to use the stipulation anyway, right? Having it on the US title, which is technically the second biggest title right now, and also having it on the women's side, it's fine. It makes sense. And it gives the feeling like that World Championship is still the biggest match of the night. So I think that's a good way of booking it.
Is it doing the Intercontinental title dirty? I mean, we just saw an incredible performance by Gunther, right? He's not, I believe he's not involved in this match, right?
No, he's not. But I think it's fine because Gunther has gotten his shine in the Royal Rumble. But there wasn't any shine for Austin Theory, right? So they need they need to use EC to put the spotlight on the US title. So in a way, they are actually still elevating both titles. I'm even fine if Gunther doesn't have a match and they build the Intercontinental title match to WrestleMania, right?
Okay. And I guess, yeah, like you said, you can argue that he got the shine at the Rumble already by being number one and lasting all the way. So okay,
Yeah.
I can go with that logic.
Yeah. Do you? Okay. So there's a couple of ways that a lot of people want. There's speculations that what's going to happen for the IC title match, right?
Mm.
Either it's going to be Gunther defending the title in a triple threat with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. That's been a big rumor.
Yeah.
Where the whole plan is to give Sheamus that IC title victory finally, but the one that he pins is not, Gunther, but his best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be badass to have three like horses essentially fighting for the IC title. That will definitely elevate the title.
And they're all European as well, which fits the
Makes
IC
sense.
title, right? Yeah.
But another one though. Okay, this is a recent speculation that people have been talking about. Maybe there's a reason why the blow-off match between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar has been announced on Raw. It's going to be at Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Maybe they're going to free up either Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar after EC to head towards WrestleMania and fight Gunther for the IC title. What do you think?
What? Well, I actually like the other one better because Brock. So you're saying Brock versus Gunther or Bobby versus Gunther or triple threat?
Something involving Gunther and Brock.
I feel like it might be too soon. I feel like maybe Brock and Bobby still have one more. Okay lah, I get what you mean.
Them, are you sure? Because that's the reason why they're pulling the trigger at EC instead.
Correct. So, Brock versus. But why would Brock go for the Intercontinental title?
Because that's one of the titles he's never won before, yeah?
Has he not?
He's never won the IC title before. Fun fact, him, John Cena, Sheamus.
Okay, versus Sheamus versus Gunther then.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, honestly, like the long-time fan in me would want Sheamus to finally get the IC title just for that, that career achievement, right?
I would say it is weird for him to be fighting for the IC title. I feel like if anything, if he fights Gunther, it'll be for personal sort of like for face, like I song you, that sort of a deal, and not for the title. Yeah, exactly, Irvin. I don't think Brock will ever fight for the title. If they fight, it will be for something else other than the title. So maybe Gunther drops the title to Sheamus, and then after that, somehow Brock faces off against Gunther. I don't know lah.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But the fact that you don't know, I think that's what makes this road to WrestleMania more interesting. Like we don't know what's going on, but I think it makes us more excited to tune in to Raw and SmackDown and figure out all the pieces coming together, right?
Yeah, that's why I feel like WWE is hitting all cylinders right now. In that, yes, it's good that we don't know, but it's better that we want to know.
Yeah,
it's not like we don't know and we don't care. Sometimes that has happened. It's like, we don't know what's happening, but it's been so shit we don't care, right?
Yeah.
No, this time is we don't know. We want to find out more. We have to watch the next show. So, hey, good times. Road to WrestleMania. We'll get there when we get there. But very quickly, I just wanted to float this idea that Irvin brought up. What if Braun is like the bodyguard of a Jay White or somebody else who can talk? I don't know why.
Okay,
I don't know why I had this. Actually, Braun Breaker as the bodyguard of like an Adam Cole type character, right? And he does all the dirty work, and he keeps insulting him over and over again. Braun can play it up, like be a bit of a meathead, do Steiner math, that kind of stuff, and act all confused. Like
he's essentially MJF Wardlow, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, essentially like that, right? But I don't know, play it up somehow because Braun has the Steiner connection. He starts rambling in weird sentences people don't understand. And then Adam Cole, like, what the fuck you talking? Just let me do the talking, right? And get people on Braun's side. Yeah,
man, I wouldn't mind. I think that'll be a better introduction of Braun Breaker on the main roster. Having him have some sort of mentor with him. Jay White, very interesting, very very interesting speculation because right now it's official that he's no longer with New Japan. That he's definitely not in the under contract with them anymore.
Yep.
So he's definitely going to one of the big tools, AEW, WWE. But if he were to go to AEW, he already has some presence there. People know him. But WWE is
all his friends are there. So
correct.
Makes sense.
But WWE, with having Switchblade, that is very interesting as well. Because WWE, they love their international stars, right?
Yeah.
Having a Kiwi, Rhea Ripley is from New Zealand. Now Jay White.
Hey,
But how is he?
I thought Ray is Australian.
So apparently she's New Zealand born but
Ah,
Australian raised.
okay, okay. There you go.
Yeah. But the point is, right?
Hmm.
If they were to debut somebody like Jay White, they should have money in the bank at WrestleMania this year. Him
Ooh.
as a special entrant.
That would be very interesting indeed. We'll have to see.
Indeed.
Okay, it's time for us to introduce our guest because
He's been waiting long enough, bro.
yeah yeah we totally didn't record this on Sunday, and we're going to change our clothes right now for consistency's sake. Continuity error.
I kept the jersey, man.
Oh,
Consistency
is it?
saver.
I didn't even realize that. Okay. So, if you are going down to GrappleMax's Causeway Jam, please come and say hi to Foreign, and of course, please enjoy the show. I believe there might still be some tickets left, so if you haven't got your tickets, go and get your tickets. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna preview the show. We're gonna talk to Prabu about Showtime Inc. and all that. So, before we get to that, of course, if you haven't already, do us a favor, hit that like on the video, and of course, join the Discord. And we always say this, we have a Patreon page. If you want to take your support for the podcast to the next level, help us level up the podcast as well. Whatever's comfortable for you, we would like to expand, maybe one day kick to the multiverse. But for now, we want to expand the operations of this very podcast. So head to the descriptions. The Patreon link is right there.
Yeah, man, for sure. And of course, you can donate at any amount. But if you want to be a subscriber, a monthly subscriber, the first tier, the lowest tier is $450 a month.
Yep.
You can check out all the benefits there. Please do consider, if you do enjoy what we do and you want us to keep going from season 6 beyond all the way to season whatever it is. Please consider supporting
season
us.
50 will be here, grey, wrinkly AF, probably in hologram form by then, right? We will still be here talking about the wrestling and all these young punks.
Back in my day.
That's your old man voice, huh? Very good. Okay.
Dear God.
Okay, without further ado then, let's introduce to the show. Before we say anything, we say thank you for hanging out. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Do you want to plug anything before we get to our chat with Prabu?
No worries, bro. Just whoever's coming for GrappleMax this Saturday, come and say hi, talk wrestling with me. Maybe we can do some interviews, we can do some IG stories, blah, blah, blah. We'll do a review of GrappleMax. So if you want to hear our thoughts on the matches, we'll talk about it next week on the pod. And yeah, let's go. Road to WrestleMania. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Let's go.
All right. In the meantime, though, let's get down to business. And joining us on the show, representing Showtime Inc., it is Prabu.
What's up?
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Bro.
It's been a minute, yeah.
It is so bright where you are right now. The background bright. You got your shades on. What is going on? What is going on?
The future is bright for Showtime Inc.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I used to live on the streets, but ever since Showtime made me an offer I can't refuse, I moved up. I'm actually recording this right now from his penthouse.
Oh, damn. Okay, so
Okay.
we don't want to know what's behind the camera, all kinds of shenanigans. These super rich types over the weekend, they be balling out of control. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. But hey, we can't say too much,
Do you remember or not, Prabu, the last time you were on the podcast? Can you remember the time?
Yeah, I remember. Was in live in the studio actually before.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, Cohen was there also.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? Okay, this is a fun fact I don't think a lot of listeners realize.
Mm-hmm.
But Prabu was actually our last in-person interview before the pandemic.
Oh,
was
right.
it? Oh, okay.
Right. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were officially the last person that joined us in the Power 98 studio with Tiang, if you remember.
And of course, we've talked about it before, right? Now doing that might be a little bit tougher. That's why we're doing this sort of online format. Until, maybe we can work a deal out with Showtime where he buys us a full-on studio with, him and his dollar bills and everything. How about that?
Hey, well, he's always open to new plans, but you got to come up with a good business proposal because
Okay.
you've seen what Dan Nasir came up with, some ridiculous proposal.
Right.
And you've seen what we did to those dingbats. So you got to be careful with the kind of proposal that you come up with.
Boy, young. If we make a wrong proposal, they throw us to the shark. It's a little shark tank.
Yeah, you might have
Yeah.
another sphere.
Exactly. I might have to, fall forward awkwardly again.
Oh, no.
But okay,
no.
Prabu, thank you so much for taking some time out to chat with
no
us.
worries.
I am excited to talk about your direction within Showtime Inc., but also the big GrappleMax event, GrappleMax and MyPW combine for Causeway Jam. Like, it's happening this upcoming Saturday, right?
Yes, 11th of February, Causeway Jam.
So before your Valentine's Day dates and everything, get some hot, sweaty action going on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, we're going up against Joseph, Showtime Inc. We're going up against Joseph, Ban, and Simon. I don't know about Ban and Simon, but we're going to make sure that Joseph doesn't get to enjoy his Valentine's Day.
So bad.
We've got beef with Joseph.
You got beef, huh? Okay. Well, since we're talking on the topic of that match, let's talk about your match upcoming, right? First of all, Showtime Inc. is now 4 people strong. Am I right?
4? We might be adding more. I don't know.
Okay.
So, who represents Showtime Inc. now?
We've got myself, we've got my brother from the streets, Sean P. Diddy. We've got Julian, the assassin, and we've got Showtime himself.
Okay, wait. Julian is a very interesting recent acquisition, right? Because on the previous show, of course, he was technically a tag team with Joseph before you kind of like screw that up. Yep. He did like a double turn. He was like kind of like a Ted DiBiase turning on Hardcore Holly to join up with Legacy. So can you explain to me the entire breakdown? How did that happen?
Well, you see, Julian one thing is he's a smart guy. He's got a mind for business as well.
Okay.
And Showtime realized that we need someone like him in our organization. Because me and Sean are, streets, we're a bit anyhow whack on. We needed someone who was a bit more precise and a bit more smooth. So that's how he made Julian an offer that Julian couldn't refuse. He brought him into the organization.
I sense a lot of Godfather references, bro. Is this
he's a movie buff also,
Okay. I thought you guys like some sort of ring, so like an organization, secret society that's going on that we're not so sure about this Showtime Inc. Is there a criminal underbelly going on, bro? Come on.
You know what? If there was, I wouldn't talk about it on a podcast. But we're not trying to be just a wrestling faction, we're trying to be like a bit more than that.
Right,
Okay.
So, I mean, the plans are to dominate GrappleMax, to dominate the local scene, and perhaps beyond as well. So, what are you guys doing sort of to get to that position right now?
Well, right now, if you look at us, we're booked not just on GrappleMax shows, but we're also booked on Ring of Rebirth shows. I don't know about SPW. We'll see in the future.
Right.
But we've got our own Instagram page as well. I think we're the only faction in Singapore that has our own Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
One of our own promos and stuff. So GrappleMax does promos, and our GrappleMax promos get shown on the GrappleMax Instagram. But at the same time, we do like our own promos and stuff that goes up on our own separate Instagram.
Okay, very interesting. You mentioned about some call-outs that you've gotten from Ring of Rebirth. Is this actually a right time for us to bring up one of the Patreon questions? Mr. Young, if I recall correctly, one of our patrons asked about that call-out, like Ring of Rebirth. I'm not sure the exact question. I think I have to rely on Mr. Young.
Div Royalty asked specifically to Prabu, now that Varun Khanna has issued his challenge, who else would he like to face outside of GrappleMax? So, is there anybody outside of GrappleMax you would like to face? I guess is the question.
So, is this excluding Varun as well, because he issued me the challenge, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, let's speak of the challenge first, and after that, who else you want to face?
No. I mean, I respect the challenge. Varun throughout the challenge there. He's a young guy. He's got a lot of goals and ambitions, but guess what? So am I. And Varun does have the size advantage, but I've gone up against bigger guys in training before. You guys like Guru, Irfan, Dave. So I'm pretty confident in my ability to take on Varun.
Right.
But we'll see, because right now I'm out of action. But just know that Varun, I didn't forget about the words that you spoke. And words have consequences, my friend.
Okay. Words have consequences. Who do you think? This is a question from Irvin, by the way. Since we are on the topic of the Patreon questions, Irvin says, "Who do you think, Prabu? Who do you think will cause the most problems to Showtime Inc. in 2023? Who's on your radar? Who's on your hit list?"
Ooh, the hit list is long, my friend. There's 2 dingbats at the top of that hit list, and those are YC and Sean.
Okay.
Aussies, fake Aussies.
Oh, the fake Aussies.
I actually agree with that. But yeah.
Australians, they don't have good taste. That's why these people represent Subway. Why would you represent Subway? It is clearly like the inferior sandwich shop stuff is much better.
Oh
Shots
my god! So
fired! Shots fired! Oh my god!
you are starting out a non-existent sandwich war between Subway and stuff, bro.
Hey, you know
What?
what? When the sandwich war starts, Showtime Inc., we're going to be sponsored by Stuffed.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
I see you, man. I see some marketing
Yeah.
pitches going on. Okay,
There you
I
go.
get it.
We have another question from Div, right? Do you guys have plans to battle Inglorious in a best faction of GrappleMax war? I mean, yeah, whenever you talk about factions in any federation, in any sport, right? You're like, okay, are these factions going to at some point collide?
That's an interesting question because it's been a while since Inglorious we've seen them, all three of them together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like they've kind of, each of them had their own paths to go on. You know, Remus had a title match just recently against Dave.
Right.
I think Wilson has a number one contenders match coming up at the next show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Greg also has a title match coming up against Eman.
Yes.
So, yeah, Inglorious they're kind of going I wouldn't say going their separate ways, but they're focusing on their solo careers for now.
So that's an interesting point you bring up. Could it be that Showtime, being the hustler that he is, notices and realizes this, and that's why all of a sudden Showtime Inc., they're like, hey, there's a power void here, let's step in and run the roost.
Well, as he would say, it's an opportunity in the market, you know?
Oh.
Okay. It kind of makes sense. I see it. I see what's going on.
Yeah, but you know what? I would say that in the locker room, Glorious and Showtime Inc., we don't really hang around. They try to steer clear of us, I like to think.
Okay. I wanted to go back on Deep's original question because you mentioned you already addressed Varun. But yes, what about the other potential opponents or factions that you would like to go up against?
Oh, okay. So this is an interesting question. So as a singles competitor, right? If we're talking about just in Singapore, I would love to step in the ring with Big Good Jack.
Hoss match.
I'm a big fan of his style. You know, big men slapping meat. That's what I like to watch.
Oh my god, yes. Big sweaty man right there.
Big sweaty men slapping meat, exactly, bro. But if we're talking like within the region itself, right? I've been saying this from day one since I got into GrappleMax. Gotham, I'm coming for you.
Oh, that's a lot of man meat in one ring, man.
It's a lot of man meat, yeah.
Bro, Gotham also has a similar gimmick, and then you also have that street gang going. I think both of you.
Yeah, I stole half my. I was inspired by him. You know?
No. Let's stick to I was inspired by him.
Yeah.
Cool.
The challenge has been thrown out.
Recently.
Oh, did he
Sorry?
really?
Yeah. He's like a. He's found God. I don't know. He's religious now.
Oh,
he's given up a life of crime for.
Wait. So Gotham has. I heard this. I saw this. He repackaged himself as some sort of like some monk or something, right?
Yeah, like a Hindu Swami kind of thing. I don't know what happened.
Gotham, the peaceful man. I can't see it, but yeah, I want to see it.
So is that Prabu? You're challenging him back, trying to tell him back into a life of crime, some sort.
Life on the streets.
Yeah, man. You know these OGs. They look at me and they see that I'm what they used to be. You know, I need to remind Gotham of where he came from.
Can I suggest one more opponent for Showtime?
Yeah. Please.
Bro, what about Bad Company?
Bad Company. Okay, while Foreign suddenly disappears from our screen there.
Okay, but I'll answer the blank screen question. So actually, right, they did mention Bad Company to us, I think, for Anniversary Showcase.
Okay.
They did. It was me and Julian. I think Greg mentioned it might be us against Bad Company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Okay.
I've had the pleasure of like meeting them before. I've learned a lot from them. So
right.
Aussies barely survive, so I have something to thank them for that. It's been good for Bad Company.
So it's great that you brought that up for him because it is perhaps a sign of things to come when it comes to Bad Company. So there you go. I wanted to get to one more Patreon question. Any thoughts of involving or including a female member into Showtime Inc?
You know what? We've got no opposition to that. The joke that we always make, right, is that Showtime Inc. is the most ethnically diverse faction.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we have no issues with her as long as she meets our like ethnic criteria. You know. free to join. And there are quite a few talented like female wrestlers. You'll see them on the show this Saturday. We've got Sarah and Henry.
Yeah. There you go. Talking about the show, okay, let's very quickly run through the card, do a little bit of preview, and give us your thoughts. Give us, maybe your predictions. I don't know how deep you want to go into it, but
yeah, we can do that.
Non-biased predictions, right, Prabu? Non-biased, huh? Okay. Okay, here we go. There's the GrappleMax Openweight Championship #1 contenders match. This is going to be interesting. I haven't seen Carl in a while, right? But DJ Carl versus Hotshot Wilson. So, okay.
I think so.
What's your thoughts? Who do you think is going to take this one?
That's an interesting question. I've been in the ring with Wilson, and I have beat Wilson. But I do think Wilson is going to beat Carl. I think Carl, he used to be the ace, but I don't know, man. He's old. He's washed. It's, he did great for us. He was MBS champ, but I think his time has come.
Bro, that was 4 years ago, though. Let's be fair. You're right.
The MBS championship was 4 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shots fired. All right. I personally am looking forward to this, not only because we'll find out who the next challenger is, but, like I said, haven't seen Carl in a while. I think it's time for a hot shot to, step out to the next level and possibly challenge for the title. So there you go. And hot shot versus whoever is the champ, by that time, because there is a championship match. But if it's hot shot versus Dave, hey, I'm all for that. Hot shot versus Wonder Boy, I'm also all for that.
Right. I think the other alternatives are a great match. Hot shot, Wonder Boy and DJ Carl. DJ Carl and Dave would be a good match. Also.
Yeah. Point taken. Okay, let's talk about this tag team match then. Sarah and Crypto Bro versus Ming Ray and the D.
Yeah, the D is making a comeback.
Yeah, I actually ran into the D at a PlayStation lunch the other day.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know.
So that was what that photo was about.
PlayStation lunch.
Oh yeah, so PlayStation Asia invited us for a like a CNY Low Hey sort of a lunch lah.
A bunch of nerds.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me, but you are right. Because as you know, the D, when he's not D'ing it up in the ring, he also writes tech reviews, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why he was there as part of his job lah.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting. I think the D and the Crypto Bros are very entertaining characters. But I think I think all eyes will actually be on Sarah and Ming Ray, because Sarah just had a lot of exposure during her match with Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Ming Ray will be trying to steal some of that shine.
Did Ming Ray take a bit of a break? I feel like I haven't seen her on a card in a while. Was it me?
I think she wasn't on Anniversary, but she was at the small match showcase before that.
Got you. All right, let's talk about the 6-man tag then. Showtime Inc. versus Joseph, Ban, and Simon. Okay, absolutely no bias here. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Oh, it's a tough. You know what? I think Showtime Inc. is going to take this. They're talented guys.
I'm so
Ben
shocked.
And Simon, not Joseph. But Ben and Simon are talented guys. Simon, if you've trained with him, right, he's insanely athletic and agile. Like, he can fly across the ring like Spider-Man. He's like a Malaysian Spider-Man, And Ben has really good movement. He's really good basics. I've trained with them, so I know what they're capable of.
Okay.
I also know what Joseph is capable of. Joseph is actually a piece of shit, so we're not going to talk much about him. But the other two guys, they're going to give us a good challenge, but not good enough.
I want to know, what is this beef or this thing you have with Joseph right now? Because like with Ban, with Simon, I can feel like there's some level of respect there, but with Joseph, my man, like you're burying the dude right now.
Joseph, because Joseph is a piece of shit, so he beat me. Him and Jordan beat me and my brother from the street, Sean P, way back in Fight Club. And then we beat him in the match showcase. We took Julian away from him. Yeah. So now Joseph is out to get us, But are we scared of Joseph? No. What's Joseph gonna do?
And plus, since Julian and Joseph used to be a thing, right? So obviously now Julian knows the secrets.
We've got insider scoop on all of Joseph's tactics and his his secrets.
Okay, there you go. You will be ringside for this match, obviously, right?
I will be ringside, yeah. I
Yeah.
will be there to make sure that nothing goes wrong and no one interferes in the match.
To ensure a fair, honorable fight. Am I right?
Yes, we are. We're all about what is it? Competitive spirit and all that.
Yes, a fighting spirit, huh?
Yes,
fighting spirit.
You'll keep a straight face.
You can't even pretend to be honest for
I mean, you know what? If the ref happens to take a bump, I may have to step in the ring to
And
ensure peace and nothing bad happens.
hey,
just being
that's-
kind lah.
yeah.
Looking out for them.
That's
Yeah,
life
yeah,
on
of
the
course.
streets, isn't it? I mean, you're a man of the streets, as it were,
Yeah.
right? You know, when things go out of hand, you got to step up, right?
Hey, you know what they say? Solution to a problem is an even bigger problem. So you just gotta
That's
take
deep,
a
bro.
chance when you see it.
That is that your new gimmick, Prabu? The problem?
Hey, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, the PP.
It's just on our.
You're the PP. Prabu, the problem. The PP.
Yeah, don't take the Marina Shafir's gimmick.
Oh, Arena Shafir's gimmick. Huh? Okay. Anything else you want to add about this match, other than the fact that quite clearly, Showtime Inc. is going to take the win here by honorable
I think
means.
it's also a big deal for Sean P. Because Sean P. has been out of action for a while. He's been away. He's made some new friends at the bird park. He's been training to learn the ways, and we're gonna see a new Sean P.
Okay,
Alright.
looking forward.
Friends at the Bird Park. I love it. Let's talk about the international tag team match. Aussie, not Australian, versus Miles Carew and Jack Alexander. Okay, I'm not familiar with Miles and Jack. They're from MyPW. Have you worked with them before? Do you know much about them?
So I met Miles during Fight Club, and Miles is a very tall guy, very athletic. I think he's been training to get bigger. Actually, he's a bit bigger now than when you last saw him at Fight Club, I think.
Okay.
The Aussies, I don't have much to say about the Aussies. Actually, I do have a lot to say about the Aussies. In this podcast will get taken down, many street tendencies.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, but I will say that they are talented wrestlers. We've been in the ring with them. They are hard to beat. And I think Miles, his young boy, is going to have a big task ahead of him.
I actually noticed Miles, he does follow us on the podcast.
Yeah.
He is coming up in MyPW. So can you tell me more about what's happening in MyPW? Like what, I know that they went through a couple of changes in the company recently, but they seem to be on the up and up, especially with Iman kind of spearheading. So tell us more about the scene there in MyPW right now.
So my intel on the streets has told me quite a bit about MyPW.
Okay.
And so thing is, right, the guys that run their training school right now are Wonder Boy and Miles, and Eman does train them as well, but Eman spends most of his time in Australia, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, these are like probably the youngest wrestling coaches in the world. Like JY is and Miles are both early 20s only.
Yeah.
They're wrestling coaches. But they've done a great job with training the new breed, which is the name of their next show, the new breed of Malaysian wrestlers, and really trying to get them, very smooth in the ring. Like you see their training videos with all their students, right? You don't know who these guys are, like these new kids, but you can tell that they can work in the ring.
Wow, very interesting. And of course, you guys have that partnership going on because Causeway Jam is not just here in Singapore, right? There will be a show in JB.
Yes. There is a show in Malaysia. I believe it's called New Breed, where it's almost like a showcase for them, where they get to show off all these new talents because they haven't had a show since pre-COVID, I believe.
Right.
Wow, so it's been
a
a
big
couple
show
of
back,
years.
all the new faces and some familiar ones.
It's exciting times, huh? Exciting times for pro wrestling in the region, especially. I mean, right here in Singapore, you all of a sudden have 3 local promotions. Over in Malaysia, you have, your APAC and your MyPW.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, I mean, hey, you know what they say? Competition breeds, better quality content out there because everyone's fighting for that attention, that dollar, right?
Right.
So over at Showtime Inc., right? Are you guys looking at the competition and going, okay, who can we add to our ranks? Who do we want to take out? Who's a threat? That kind of thing. Do you guys actually sit down and have meetings about this?
We do actually. We do have a lot of strategic planning meetings, to plan for the first quarter and the third quarter of the year.
Okay.
But most of the time, I don't pay attention. me and Sean, we tend to just goof off in the meetings. Julian is quite serious. He pays attention. Val, he's the mastermind.
Right. So would you?
I'm not this. I'm just the enforcer. You give me a name, I'll take him out. That's all.
Right. Would you say you're like the muscle, like the solo Sokoa, as it were, if, we're comparing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, come on.
Yes, of
Come
course.
on. Yeah.
We kind of side straight from actually the match itself. Who do you think is going to win this match?
Who do I think is going to win?
Yeah.
I can actually predict the finish now. You know that young guy, what's his name again?
Miles.
No,
Jack.
not Miles, the other guy.
No, not Varun.
Huh?
Who's the other guy?
You talking about Aussie or you talking about Jack Alexander?
Jack, yeah. Jack's going to beat... I tell you what, Jack is going to pile drive YC onto Sean, and he's going to pin both of them in the ring one.
Oh my god, you have so much
Wow.
He's
confidence
going
in
to take
this
a
Jack.
Subway sandwich and stuff it down their throats.
There you go. I swear, if that actually happens, bro, I treat you to a beer, okay? Let's move on then.
Sure.
Yeah, international tag team match. We got Christian and Jordan. Very interesting. One's the cruiserweight champ, the other one's the Oppa, but don't call me Oppa Jordan, versus the Golden Boy, Iman Asman, and Jago. Is that how you say his name? Jago?
I think it's Jago.
Jago, okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about, obviously we know about Iman. Tell us a bit more about Jago.
You know what, Jago is quite a mystery because I follow a lot of MYPW's reels, right? And I haven't seen Jago much.
Oh.
So this is like, he's almost like their Buddy Murphy, the best kept secret.
Okay.
But if you think about it, an international tag match with his partner as the MCW champion,
Yeah.
his opponent, the GrappleMax cruiserweight champion, and Jordan, who's actually the number one contender for the cruiserweight belt. This is a big, big ask of a young guy. So they obviously have a lot of faith in him.
Interesting.
I feel like this is the match where it's going to be very technical, it's going to be high flying, plus we're going to see a bit of tension. Like, I mean, as much as they want to be friend and everything, come on. Jordan is going after the cruiserweight title, right? Like, how friendly can you be, right?
Right.
You brought up a great point because the previous show didn't Jordan call out Christian right after Christian won the title?
He did. Yeah. And I think Jordan is next in line to face off for the cruiserweight belt.
So the big question, I guess, of this match is, can they get along? Because if they can't get along, Iman will take advantage. I've seen this guy in the ring. He's pretty phenomenal.
Oh, he is, yes. And you also have to question Jordan's motives. Does he want GrappleMax to get the win? Or would he rather let Christian take the L and then benefit from that?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
smart.
And I have to say, if Eman does pick up the win, or even Jago picks up the win, right? All four of these guys are cruiserweights. They all fall under the weight limit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it's an interesting match.
Let me put you, Prabu, in Jordan's shoes. If you were Jordan, right? What would you do? I'm not saying what would Jordan do. I say, what if you were in Jordan's shoes and you were going for the cruiserweight title? I mean, wouldn't you sort of stick it to Christian? Let him, get beat up, compromise for the next match?
Actually, you know what? That is absolutely what I would do.
Hmm?
I would. You know what? I would let Jago just beat the shit out of Christian. I'll let Eman beat the shit out of Christian. Maybe I'll beat the shit out of Christian.
Oh shit!
Hey, you know what? Knowing you, right? Even though you might exceed that cruiserweight limit, right? I think you may just take the title away from Christian just for the sake of it, bro. I think you might do that.
Actually, yeah. You know what? Do you know that I am like a cruiserweight now? Just barely.
Just barely. Is this some sort of Jamie Noble storyline, bro?
So,
Just,
So
just skip lunch and you qualify, is it?
Yeah, just take a bump in the morning and then I qualify for the belt.
Let's go.
Hey, Christian, you better watch your back. I might come after the cruiserweight title.
Okay. So that's it. Who do you think is winning this?
I'm gonna have to. I don't think I can bet against Eman. I mean, the kid is something special. He was here on this last week for a session with GrappleMax, and we got to learn a lot from him actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so crazy to see his growth though, because I remember before COVID when he was coming, he literally was a young boy.
Yeah, he was the kid. That was his name back then.
Yeah, Iman the kid, and I think his time in Australia has definitely polished him up. Huh? Has he shared about his experience there?
Yeah, he told us. So one of the things that he shared with us, right, is that the Australian scene is much bigger than the Singapore scene.
Right.
So for us, we might do 4 to 8 matches a year. They do like 4 to 8 matches a month.
Oh, okay.
More scope to get the reps in and get better.
Are they like selling out? Like, do they have a fan base?
They got a fan base. Yeah.
I mean, you have to imagine because their industry, the wrestling industry there is more has more of a history, right? You've had lots of talent go overseas as well, and
they,
like you have all the different states. You can perform in so many different places. Singapore is how small,
Yeah, for sure.
and they've
MCW.
got successful Australian wrestlers. Like you look at Rhea Ripley, you look at Buddy Murphy.
Yeah. MCW.
Not
Who
sure
was
they're like the worst Australian wrestlers I've ever seen.
Oh no. Who's the most notable alumni from like MCW from Iman's promotion that actually made it to WWE or went to the States? Or is there any? Or is there anything that went to Japan even?
I don't actually know much about MCW, but I know that their production value is quite good.
Okay. We should definitely
Oh.
check them out. We should check them out on their Instagram.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's talk about the main event right now then. GrappleMax Openweight Championship, the gold standard Big Dave with the big gold belt, which I'm sure you're eyeing one day, right? Versus MYPW's Wonder Boy. Let's talk about that.
Right, well, interesting thing about Wonder Boy, right? He used to be JY Eagle. And if you look at him now, he is twice the size of what he was. He looks like JY Eagle ate JY Eagle.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
He's thick and juicy. This man is juicy. He's
wide. Twice the man he used to be.
He's twice the man he used to be.
Yes.
So he is going to give Smart Dave a lot of problems. I don't think you can expect the same JY Eagle that you saw back in 2019, 2018. This is a different guy, man.
Right.
Smart Dave better... he's smart. He pulls out a lot of tricks, but he better have a full bag of tricks ready for this kid.
Heck yeah. Can't wait. Oh, I think we might have lost Foreign in this call, by the way. It's okay. That's why, guys, we need your help with the Patreon, all right? Because, we don't want him to, like, get lost halfway during our chats. But, okay, so talking about this match, right? Like, obviously, at some point, the Openweight Championship is in your radar, right? Or... is it more of a, Showtime is gunning for that as well, and you guys are going to help him achieve his goals? Like, I don't want to cause dissension here. I'm just saying, every wrestler should be gunning for their promotion's top title, right? But you know that, Showtime is the mastermind of the group. So, he has designs on it as well. How is that going to pan out for you, in your mind?
Well, the thing is, Showtime Inc. is not a one-man group. We've actually had this same discussion with me. He set us down in his private office in Fenton Way.
Okay.
And we actually discussed about this.
Right.
So Showtime Inc., we are going to put Showtime himself on the map, and we're going to make sure that belt goes around his waist.
Right. Okay. Oh, I mean, is there a timeline to this, or are you just, waiting for the perfect opportunity, whenever that may come?
You know what? We're just waiting for the opportunity. We're waiting for the right moment to strike.
Welcome back, Foreign, by the way. We were just talking about that, Openweight Championship, right? Like, yes, it's going to be Big Dave. It's going to be Wonder Boy. Oh, I just realized they changed his name from Smart Dave to Big Dave.
Oh, yeah. He's big.
Okay. What? we knew that he's big, but wait, since when did he go from smart to big?
Just recently, after he won the belt, he just decided that he had an identity crisis.
He didn't want to be smart no more.
He just, I've been in the ring with Dave. He's a good wrestler. I don't know what goes on in his brain actually.
Okay.
Like how did he just changes random adjectives? First one day he's smart, the next day he's big.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be tall Dave sometime. I don't know.
He's basically like the Will Morrissey lah. Now suddenly he Big Bill ma.
Right. Foreign, we were talking about yes, obviously Prabu has at some point, right, got to have designs on that big gold belt, the Openweight Championship. But he was just telling us that, right now the plan is to get Showtime to that spot, right? As a collective, you get Showtime Inc. up there. Right. Showtime is the champion, right? But do you see yourself holding that title in the future, perhaps, after Showtime has had his run with it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have eyes on the belt. Who gets into this business just trying to not win the belt? Every wrestler should be aiming for the top belt, as you mentioned.
Exactly.
And it was definitely in my plans to get at least a title shot this year. Mm-hmm. But due to unforeseen circumstances, that may or may not be happening. We'll see. It remains to be seen.
All right.
Okay. Very interesting because Showtime has of course been the cruiserweight champion for the longest time, for years, right? So do you foresee him as he's now gonna ascend? His plan is to ascend to the throne and be the number one heel in GrappleMax going forward? Is that his plan?
I don't know a heel. I don't know what a heel is, but yeah, he's trying to be the number one in GrappleMax. Of course, he's trying to be the number one guy in GrappleMax, and he's put the right people around him to get him to the throne.
By any means necessary, am I right? So just going back very quick, yeah.
It's also beneficial for us because as young wrestlers, right? Me, Julian, Sean, all young guys, we want the gold too. So how do you get the gold? You need a guy who's already been there to take you to the top.
They always say iron sharpens iron. So yeah, you surround yourself with gold.
Like clownfish and sea anemones, it's a mutually beneficial.
Right. So okay, very quickly, who do you think is walking away with the GrappleMax Open Weight Championship? Big Dave, is he hanging on to that, or is Wonderboy taking it home to Malaysia?
You know what? This is a tough one. I think Wonderboy is doing great. I think he's improved a lot actually, and his style has changed up too. He's not the same as JY Eagle.
Right.
But I think Big Dave might just be a notch above.
Oh, okay.
But that isn't to say that Wonderboy can't pull out some of his tricks.
Yeah.
He might outsmart smart. Well, he's not smart anymore. He might outsmart Big Dave.
Right. Yeah.
He might even outsize Big Dave given his current size, man.
He's growing by the day. He's going to be the size of Destroy Dharma one day,
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. So definitely going to be a fun time. I wish I could have been there, but I know Foreign, you'll go and represent Kick to the Gut and, have a great time. So let's now talk a little bit more about Showtime Inc., right? Since we have you here, Prabu, of course. I guess it would be a bit vague to ask what are the plans, moving forward. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see how everything unfolds. But when you look at the entire landscape, right? Where do you see yourselves in, let's say, 5 years' time?
5 years' time. Okay, that's interesting. 5 years. Well, I think within 5 years, right, we would have definitely gotten more gold around our waists. Not just one person, but the whole group to succeed, and we'll definitely be dominating, more than one promotion. 5 years. To be honest, we'd like to be booked on all the local shows, SPW, Ring of Rebirth, GrappleMax, expand the empire.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe we'll even have some local rapper to sing us to the ring. I don't know. Maybe Foreign. You think you can do that?
Hey, I've been waiting. My phone hasn't been ringing, man. No one's calling me up, man.
Hey, remember, you need to pitch to Showtime, okay? He's the type of guy, he's like the guys on the Shark Tank. He sits there on his chair. Do you all have 4 chairs you all sit on and then people pitch stuff to you?
Well, I mean, Showtime has a chair. The rest of us just sit on the floor.
Sit on the floor. You know what? Hey, the theme song says it all, man. It's Showtime. So it's a rapper is here. Call me up anytime you have a big show. This one is good. I'm down.
Okay, we'll arrange a separate meeting to talk about it.
Yeah. It's all about business now, huh?
Yeah, man. Oh my god. So, very quickly, because I'm not aware of the history, how did it happen that Showtime started talking to you and you bought what he had to sell, basically, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, well, actually, this is shoot, right? Showtime was
what is that? What does that mean? I'm not sure also.
I mean, I said oh shoot, the Wi-Fi.
Oh shoot, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So basically, Showtime was in fact looking to start up his empire, as it were, and the first thing he needed muscle, right? And he actually originally approached. I believe the idea was for him and Jeff to be sort of a thing, like a Shawn Michaels Diesel type of thing.
Jeff, as in the chiropractor Jeff.
Yeah, well, Jeff. I think you've seen some of his matches before.
Yes, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the original plan. But I think Jeff, he's got other priorities right now, so he wasn't training that often. And then the one day Showtime just kind of approached me after training and said, "Hey, I see you training quite often now. You've made some good improvements. He just said, keep it up." He didn't say anything. He just said, keep it up.
Seeding, huh?
Yeah.
And so what happened was we were booked for a tag match together. It was myself and Showtime against Christian and DJ Carl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The fuck COVID 2 match. But unfortunately, I think Showtime had to pull out. Someone in his family got COVID. So that's how he got replaced with Irfan, which was, I think, my first match back after a long time.
Right.
And then after that, I ended up in a tag team with Sean P. And Showtime was very impressed with what he saw. So that's how he brought us out one day to a bar at Clark Key.
Okay.
And he pitched us this idea. He got us drunk, and then we signed up. I don't know what. But the next thing I know, I was off the streets, and suddenly I'm in his private apartment. So it all worked out.
Wait, did he get you drunk and brought you home? Essentially.
Yeah. I was seduced by Showtime like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his apartment probably a million times better than the streets. Am I right?
Than the street. Well, the thing is, he didn't have to get me drunk because as a man from the streets, I'm illiterate, so I would have signed anything.
Oh yeah. This has taken a very interesting turn, but I like the backstory. I appreciate the backstory.
So are you enjoying the life of fine clothes and suits and stuff like that? And
that's right.
Given the opportunity, would you, go back to the streets, or are you like, no, I've left that behind?
The gimmick is, not the gimmick. I'm from the streets. I'm not really residing in the streets.
Right.
All of us street people, we like guys like Riz, homeless. I remember Riz. We used to live on the same street.
Oh, is it?
He was in the cardboard box right next to mine.
Okay.
I'm so glad that Sane has found him a new home in the Full Frame Cartel.
Do we know what street this is? Can you reveal what street this is? Or is it like a hidden thing? We're not supposed to know what street this is. Is there a specific like lorong?
There's several streets in Singapore. Like some guys are from Geylang, some guys are from Jurong, this kind of thing. But
somehow, I have a feeling you might have seen Mr. Geylang growing up a lot.
I know Mr. Geylang. Yeah. We go back from
we go way back.
Circles.
Okay. So based on that, we can assume that Prabu Street and Riz's Street are near Geylang Street, which is the various lorongs are.
There, so.
Okay, so we're trying to piece this together. At some point, we can figure out what street he's from.
It's a mystery.
The local wrestling street universe, yeah. It's
nice. Well, somehow when you say I live down the road from that guy, now it's taken a very literal turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the road.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh god. Okay. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. When everyone's watching this, it will be Tuesday already. So this Saturday, right? Anything else you want to throw out there into the universe? Any open challenges you want to lay out, or what do you want to say to the fans of Showtime Inc?
So we would like to say that please follow us on Showtime Inc. official. That's our Instagram. Our T-shirts are now available for sale. So just slide us a DM in our official Instagram to order a T-shirt. I won't be wrestling on the card because I was in a car accident.
Oh man!
Who ran me over with the car? We're trying to figure that out, and we're trying to get to the bottom of this.
Wait, are you serious? You got into a car accident?
Yeah, I mean that happens when you stay away from the streets, and then you get rusty. You forget which lorong is where. Then you just get langgar by one car.
Bro, the dangerous street, bro. Got no traffic light. Must call TP already.
But I suspect it was Gotham because the car was a Proton Saga. You see, it must be a Malaysian.
Must be a Malaysian driver. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, I hope you recover soon.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And in the meantime, if you guys have that Showtime shield, that Showtime merch, send them some of them our way, man. We'll be happy to represent the next time we're wearing it.
Well, you guys are like unofficial members of Showtime Inc. already,
Yes.
Okay.
Well, foreign is. I don't know about young.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we didn't get off to the best of starts. I don't know if you ever heard the story, but the first time I ever went to a GrappleMax event, I was wearing shades like you are right now.
Whoa.
So
I've heard this story. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what does he think about the fact that you are wearing shades right now? Let me throw that right back at you, my friend.
Oh, no, this was his idea. It's marketing.
Oh, okay.
So we spoke to Mel about the image and the marketing and all that, and you got to have a recognizable trait. So
maybe Showtime got the idea from me when he first saw me at a GrappleMax event.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Come on, give me something here, man. Damn it, give me something here. Okay, for those who don't know, basically I wore shades to an evening GrappleMax event because I had just gotten LASIK. So I had to keep, my... But he was like, who the is this guy wearing shades indoor at night? What a weirdo, right? So that was my first interaction with Val. Showtime.
Yeah.
What a start to the
And everyone at Showtime Inc. wears shades. Like if you watch, I think we got a recent promo on GrappleMax's Instagram.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the night in some lorong, and everybody wears shades.
Bro,
because.
Bro, I swear he took that from me, lah. He's never gonna admit it, but I'm gonna put it out there right now. He got the idea from me wearing shades at night. Come on. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Doesn't that make Young an unofficial Showtime Inc. member then?
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think Foreign is a part of Showtime Inc., but Young sounds like he wants to be on the hit list, you know?
Oh, okay. I need to call in.
Take another spear.
I might have to call Inglorious to, I need another faction behind my back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit.
We'll see.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm just at the corner rapping, bro. I mean, yo, you know.
It's just rapping while everyone bodies are flying around. It's just rapping.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Prabu, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much for spending the time with us here on our
Thank you guys
weekend.
for having me here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for being our first guest of this
Yeah.
season as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, well, I'll see you guys real soon. This won't be the last time you'll see me at the podcast.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear that. I know you have to get back to busy things, dealing with Showtime Inc. and dealing with the streets. But,
Yeah. We've got a few clients coming, and we've got to talk to them. We'll see.
Right.
Clients. Okay.
Yes. On a need-to-know basis. All right, Prabu, once again, thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you on Saturday, man.
Hey, take care, guys. I'll see you at the top.
Let me see, John.